What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another watch along. Friday night business, people. Manchester City against Arsenal, people, in the FA Cup. Looking forward to this game. Well, I think I'm looking forward to this game anyway. It makes a change from EastEnders on a Friday night, that is for sure, people. Although it could be soap opera drama once you hear the Arsenal team tonight, people. Big up to each and every one of you in the chat. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 60k by Tuesday night after the transfer window closed, so let's hope we can hit that. Let's get 3,000 likes on this video. Why not? It's City against Arsenal. It's the top two in the Premier League. A big game. I'm trying my best to be laid back tonight. I don't know if I'm lying to myself, but this is what I'm trying to tell myself. I'm trying to tell myself, stay calm tonight. Woosah settings, Bad Boys 2, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith business, people. Stay calm. It's the FA Cup. I'm sure by about half-time I'll be screaming down the place, but it is what it is. Big up to everyone. Hope you're well. I want us singing and celebrating, Curtis. We need an Arsenal win. Martinelli contract. Haaland against Holding. I mean, people, we might need to pray for Rob Holding. Like, I'm telling you. I hope he proves us wrong. Big up Sienna with the super sticker. Really appreciate it. We chilling. It's Robin Holdini. Big up to the community. Hope you're well on this Friday night, people. Listen, it's interesting watching Arsenal on a Friday night, and it really is. And it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to quickly go through the teams. Then we're going to talk about a little bit of other news. Then we'll come back to the game, get kicked off. Kickoff's at 8 o'clock, so 40 minutes. Big up man like Omar on his birthday. Big up Omar on your birthday. Will we win on your birthday? Karma, let's hope so, bro. Let's hope so. But listen, it's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Da, 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 da. Meet me at the hotel. Da, 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 da. Just sold my car. We buy any car. Just sold. Yo, it's all mad, people. Friday business, people. It's FA Cup. I'm gonna try and relax. I'm trying to stay relaxed, man. It's not the end of the world. I hope we win, but if we don't, I won't panic. I hope I'm telling myself that. If Haaland gets his hat-trick. Gucci Gang Masterclass. Big up yourself, McLovin. For those that don't know, I call him Gucci Gang Grealish because I think he's more of a clothing model than a top footballer. I won't say too much tonight, though, just in case this goes horribly wrong. Let's talk about the teams because I'm a little bit surprised by this Arsenal team. I can't lie. It's like it's kind of caught between the two, you know. You kind of haven't gone weak, but then you've gone mad weak in certain other places. I don't know if I need an explanation from the community, but let's talk about the Arsenal team, people. Matt Turner plays in goal, which I said I would do that. Tomiyasu plays at right back, which I said I would do that. And Trossard starts left wing, which I said I would do that. Where this goes a little bit downhill for me, people, Rob Holding starts at centre back over Saliba. I mean, give me a second. I think I need a minute to gather myself. Holding against Haaland. 1 second. I feel like praying. Should I pray for Bob? I can't even call him Bob Boldin anymore. He's got more hair than me. You can dread next week. I had to take a sip. Can you imagine Haaland when he looked at the lineup? Who am I playing again? He's trying to break the record tonight. I haven't seen that. Listen, I hope Holding proves me horribly wrong. And I'm sitting here looking stupid by the end of the game because he's kept him quiet and he hasn't scored. But when I tell you. Rob Marley, man. Rob Marley, I'm telling you. To be honest, he's playing against probably the only striker that's got more hair than him. My prayers. I'm gonna do a minute. I'm gonna do 10 seconds for Rob Holding. 10 seconds for Rob. Rob, please do your best tonight, Rob. I know you came from Bolton. I know he's the best striker in the world currently in goal form. He's the Ivan Drago of strikers. But Bob, grab his ponytail and pull it off. Amen. There we go. That's all we've got, people. All I would say, don't get too caught up in this game tonight, mate. Rob Holding against Haaland pray, do whatever's necessary. But anyway, let's get into it. Sorry, Rob Holding, if you're watching this. I'm destroying your confidence. He might actually keep him quiet, and I'll look stupid. Holding, double Haaland hat-trick incoming, said, why always me? Ah, dear me. Holding and Gabriel at centre-back. Tierney plays at left-back. Now, I don't mind Tierney playing. I did say that I would have played Zinchenko just because of how he's playing and how motivated he would be by playing against his old team. But Tierney is still a solid left-back, so I got no problem with that. Xhaka Partey in midfield, strong pivot. Fabio Vieira comes in for Odegaard, which I understand at the same time. I said earlier today I would have played Odegaard, but he's a £35 million player, Fabio Vieira. When are you going to play this guy? So he's got to play, hasn't he? He's got to play. Trossard plays left wing ahead of Martinelli. No problem with that. Saka and Nketiah, the other two. Happy days. You know, that was always going to happen. Smith Rowe is out injured. Worst case scenario, we just turn this into a nightclub tonight, people. That's what we do. We turn this into a night out. It's just a gathering. It's a get-together. The game's on in the background, but we're just... This is just a meet-up as far as I'm concerned. When I seen Rob Holding at centre-back, I said, yo, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to turn this into Ibiza for tonight if I have to. You know what I mean? We turn this into South Beach, Miami. We turn this to Kingston, Jamaica. We turn it to Marbella. We turn it to Brazil Beach. Whatever's necessary. This is just a gathering, people, right now. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm calm with it right now. Smokey, big up with a super chat. Sambi must be fuming. He's getting no minutes. It is what it is, man. The brothers had minutes and wasted them, you know. It's like back in the day when you was on pay as you go on your phone. You put that fiver on, you might get, 7 minutes. When you hear 1 minute remaining, you better say what's necessary because you know you got 60 seconds left, man. 1 minute remaining. You're like, yo, quick, let me just tell you this. Meet me there, bring this, boom, 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 let's go. Because you know you've got 1 minute remaining. This brother got told 1 minute remaining and didn't even get the message across, man. I've been waiting 18 months for the message. That's his fault, man. That's his fault. You heard 1 minute remaining, you didn't say nothing. Sambi Shaw's outrageous-ish. It really is. And as I said, I respect you because of the profile picture. I was at that game, man. Sanchez, Ozil. It was perfect. This is the pre-drinks. This is the pre-drinks, man. Look, anyone who's going out tonight, you're here for the pre-drinks. Bring your bottle. You don't have to drink, by the way. It can be water. It can be Vimto. It can be Rare Nephew. It can be a hot chocolate or a coffee. Anything. You're here for the pre-drinks. Yeah? It's a get-together. How was your week? How's your Friday been? Rob Holding against Haaland. And then we continue with our weekend. I can't let this mash up my weekend. Because if he's starting Rob Holding against Haaland, then he can't be taking it seriously. He can't be. He can't be. This is Friday, people, and I ain't talking about Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. Hey, Smokey! That's how I'm moving, people. That's how I'm moving. Prime. It's like Prime. I've turned up expecting Prime, and they've given me Co-op's version of Lucozade Sport for 45 pence. Why should I take it seriously? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's talk about the Arsenal bench. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Zinchenko. Kivior makes his debut on the bench for Arsenal. Sambi Lokonga, Odegaard, Marquinhos, and Martinelli. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not getting hyped up for a game if the manager ain't taking it serious. He clearly ain't that bothered. Listen, maybe I'll be shocked. Maybe by the end of this game, I'll be shocked. Dre said, I'm DJing tonight, so this is the warm-up. It's just the warm-up. It's the warm-up, you know? You go Revolution Bar before you go to the nightclub. Basically, we're in Revs tonight because the manager ain't looking at it like it's a big night out. It's just a little warm-up. The lights are on. The music's quiet. We're just having a chat. You know what I mean? Smoky settings. Hey, Smokey! Prime business, man. What's the best shop in Wakey? That's how we're moving. You've drove all the way to Wakey for some Prime and the man sold out. It's all mad, people. Team bonding session, broads. You know them ones? We're going bowling for team bonding. Let's talk about the Man City team. I mean, listen. I was reading the list and the first couple names I thought, boy, you know what? We might get these lot. And then I saw the rest of the team and I was like, this ain't even really fair, is it? It ain't even really fair. Ortega in goal. Rico Lewis at right back. Stones, Akanji and Ake. Now I'm thinking, okay, Goalkeeper and back four can be got at. Akanji and Ake at left back, I think you can get at them. Lewis at right back, Trossard up against him. So I do think we can score. But then the next 6 players, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, Grealish, Haaland. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m, people, for match reaction. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, people. Take care. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. I ain't going nowhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm staying here, people. I've paid my entry fee. Might as well stay here now. You get a free drink with your ticket. But anyway, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, Grealish, Haaland. And then I look on their bench, by the way. I look at their bench. Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Phillips, Cancelo, Aymeric Laporte, Julian Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Cole Palmer. I mean, Palmer's a young buck. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about G-Unit hip-hop group, but you know what I'm saying. But the rest of them, their bench is better than our team tonight. Their bench is better than our team. Fortunately, only 5 of them can come on. Planet said I almost left. Don't go anywhere. We're here, people. We're here. But listen, if we win the game, I'll be disgustingly shameless and say it was a masterclass. And, you know, I always knew we was going to win the game. I'm trying to figure it out. You know me, people. Information and entertainment. Information and entertainment. So basically, if I've got no info, I'll just try and entertain you, people. Let me entertain you. Robbie Williams settings, people. That's all I got for you tonight, people. Entertainment. Big up Alfred, the Caicedo move. Because teams are now going to sit back against us. You can tell Partey and Caicedo to protect, to take Xhaka out, put Trossard in to help unlock defensive. We need those options, Alfred. We need those options. I hope we do get Caicedo. I said it earlier. We're going to speak to him. We're gonna speak to him. We're gonna speak about him, should I say, and about you know, the move for anybody that didn't tune in today. We're gonna speak about Caicedo and this potential move to Arsenal. But big up Alfred. Cello said you've been clipped. Clip up that blood clot. I don't mind. Clip it. LV, you're too much. Was like, no way. End the stream, Dave. Now, I ain't going that early, people. I ain't going that early. Information and entertainment, people. To be honest, I just wanted to see the finesse curler in the far corner one more time. Do you know what I mean? That's all I wanted to see. So I thought we run the clip again, you know. People, speaking of clips. Speaking of clips, don't go anywhere. The Clips channel's here, people. The Clips channel is finally here. Curtis Shaw Clips. We are live and direct. The clips we put on there so far, not fully there yet. This is going to be ridiculously shameless. You know what I mean? And we don't hide from it. We're embracing it. Curtis Shaw Clips. There's a few clips on there, but I haven't tidied it up properly yet. But we're there. So hopefully we can hit 1,000 subscribers ASAP, Rocky, and get that monetized and all of that. We're going to put clips on there every day, probably 2 or 3 a day. So get on there. I'm sure there'll be clips off here today. Curtis Shaw Clips, as you can tell by the channel header, I mean, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. You know what I mean? And now we got the goal sign going off. But yeah, roller coaster of emotions over there, people. I think those 4 pictures sum up what's going off on that channel anyway. So Curtis Shaw Clips. If we can hit 1,000 subs on there by tonight, I'll be delighted with that. So go and get that, Curtis Shaw Clips. And get involved, people. We'll get 2 or 3 clips on there every day. Big up CJ Jax, who's a member now. Yeah, I'm going to have to do TikTok as well. I can't lie. I've been trying to stay away from there. But, you know, you got to try everything to boost the channel. It is what it is. Shorts being monetized from next month as well. So there'll be shorts on here, clips on there a little bit as well. So, yeah, we're moving with it, people. We're moving. Just subbed. Yeah, big up everyone who's subbed. Get yourself over there. Keep it moving. We're improving. And obviously, the new thumbnail that we had on today. So just try. We're moving forward only this year, people. Forward only this year is the direction. Yeah, I'll share the link in the chat as well. I will share the link in the chat. Just to make it a bit easier for you to all find it. And yeah, we'll get moving with that, people. But listen, let's speak about a couple of things that we spoke about today, but I want to go over it again for anybody that wasn't tuned in. Career mode soon land, man. I promise you, we're going to do the FIFA stuff. So let's talk about the main headline of today, people. Man like Moises Caicedo, on his way, potentially, to the carpet. Is he on his way? I don't know. But Obviously, Arsenal made a £60 million offer for Caicedo today. That offer was rejected by Brighton. No one's surprised. They said to Chelsea the other week they want at least 75 million for him. They want 75 million and we offered 60 million. So naturally it wasn't going to be accepted first time. There was just no chance of that happening. But we've since come to find out that number one, apparently he's very desperate to leave in this window. As far as we're reading, he may even put a transfer request in before Tuesday's deadline to join Arsenal. Now, Chelsea bid 55 million for him last week. They seem to have given up. They're going for Enzo Fernandez, who's going to cost over 100 million. We may have a free hit at him, but it wouldn't surprise me if Todd Boehly crept back into this conversation and made an offer. Now, according to reports, they would be prepared to accept 75 to 80 million pounds. Would you pay that for Caicedo? It's probably too expensive. I said this earlier on in the stream. He's not worth 80 million pounds at all. But I think he's a huge signing for us. Like I said, I think I have to adjust my thought pattern because I thought if you spend 80 million pounds on a player, to me, you're supposed to sign a world beater, a superstar that's going to change your team completely. But football's changed. You don't get superstars for 80 million now. You buy potential for 80 million. I just seen Anthony Gordon's gone to Newcastle for 45 million pounds. He scored 3 goals for Everton. He's not played for England and he's cost him 45 million pounds. He's in his second season at Everton. That's what you're paying now for players. So Caicedo, they're calling him, N'Golo Kante Part 2. He's 21 years of age. He's been one of Brighton's best players. Chelsea want him. The market is inflated. If you have to pay 75 million, then pay it. Apparently, they still want Declan Rice in the summer. Now, you got to look at it like this. Thomas Partey's 29 years of age and Granit Xhaka is 29 years of age. Those two, especially if we go into the Champions League, they can't continue. In fact, Xhaka's 30 years of age. We need those two underneath that are going to grow underneath those two. In fact, I think next season, somebody can go ahead of Xhaka. That's no disrespect to Granit. We're going in the Champions League. The level's going to go up. So for me, if you sign Caicedo, who's 21, this is somebody you can keep at the club for 7, 8, 9 years. So it's a long-term investment. These players are probably going to get more expensive as time goes on. We offered £60 million in one payment, straight up, take all the cash. No Klarna business, no layaway business. Just take the money and run. 60 million. To me, if they want 80, you give them the 60, you give them 20 million in add-ons, and you get him done. Is he a world beater? Not yet. Can he win us the title? Maybe, maybe not. But what he does, he gives us sufficient cover for Thomas Partey. And also in more difficult away games, we could probably go with a double pivot where they're both defensive minded. And you could maybe play Caicedo next to Thomas Partey. So for me, yeah, add-ons layaway plan, 20 million in add-ons. 10 million if we win the league, 5 million if we get the Champions League, 5 million once he makes 50 appearances, something like that. So for me, I think Arsenal should be getting this deal done. Is he overpriced? 100%, but the market is inflated. And I said this earlier, people, this is not Finding Nemo. This is Jaws, people. You're swimming with sharks now, not little goldfish. If Arsenal are about that life and they want to win the title, they got to understand what that takes. Chelsea dropped 70, 80 million on players like it's nothing. They dropped 100 million on Lukaku and loaned him out the following year. They're not bothered because they know, get the next one through the door. Aubameyang hasn't worked, get him out. Who's next? João Felix on loan till the summer. Who's next? Nkunku, 60 million. And that's how they operate. If it don't work, you get rid and you go again. Arsenal have to understand. You pay £80 million for potential. So for me, I'm happy to get this deal done if we can. He's a top player this year, 21. I'm all about it. It's not our money. We spent enough money on merch. Southern Gooner, 80 million back in our day was like getting Zlatan across the line. Seriously, Caicedo would be a really good piece of business. Cut the check, bro. 80 million got you Cristiano Ronaldo. Man United sold him to Real Madrid for 80 million. Zidane went to Real Madrid for 49 million. That's what was going on back in the day. You know, you was buying superstars, but The game has changed. Once Neymar went for 200 million, he pulled the whole market through the roof. You know, and like I said, Haaland, if he didn't have that release clause of 65 mil, I think he would have gone for 200 million. He would go for 200 million now if Real Madrid, you know, Mbappe, if he went Real Madrid, would probably break that 200 million record. So this is the price you pay, 80 million for potential. So for me, get the deal done. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I think he's a quality player. Caicedo, Kivior, Trossard, that would have to go down as one of our best January transfer windows. And it's building on what we've got. Kivior, I don't really know how good he is, so I'm going to hold fire on that one. But the other two would be very good. Mbappe would be about 400 million. I mean, probably. If somebody could afford to pay it, that's probably what you would pay. Imagine how much CR7 and Messi would cost if they were in their 20s now. I don't think you could afford to buy them. I just think they'd be out of reach. Liverpool asked for Mbappe. PSG said 370 million. And that was before he'd signed the contract. So with a 2-3 year deal, I actually think if you will see a player in football go for 500 million at one stage. I think Mbappe or Haaland could end up going for 500 million. Because what I always said, these clubs don't exchange cash. It's not like cash. It's just figures on a screen. You know, it's like Football Manager. Okay, I'll give you 300 million. You've got that in your bank. When you buy him, you spend 100 million. No one actually exchanges money. It's just figures on a screen. I think you'll see a player at 500 million eventually. I really do. Probably Mbappe or Haaland would be the main two. But yeah, it's an asset for me. Caicedo, get him to the carpet. I'm all over that. I think we need to make a signing that kind of sends shockwaves through people a little bit. That listen, we're making moves. We're trying to win the league. We're serious. So yeah, for me, I've got no problem with Arsenal really going for that and trying to make it happen. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, people. Would you pay £80 million for Moises Caicedo? Let me know, people. Curtis, we want the Ecuador. Well, I said earlier today, if we sign him, he's the new N'Golo Kante. If we miss out on him, he's just an Ecuadorian farmer, and I've never rated him. You know how the thing goes already, people. So hopefully, N'Golo Kante Part 2 at the Arsenal, you know, would be the one. Should we get the poll? All right, let's get a poll up. Would you pay 80 million for Caicedo, people? Would you get it done? I mean, they are saying maybe 75, so you might be able to save yourself 5 million. I would pay it. I would pay it. In the summer, funnily enough, I probably wouldn't pay it because I think the market would be so wide open in the summer that you could get someone maybe even better. But in January, I would pay it. I would pay it. Would you pay 80 million for Caicedo for Arsenal? I would pay it. Let me put this Clips channel link in the chat as well, people, for those who've just joined, who are asking for the link. Get yourself over there. I think we've already gone past 100, so big up to everyone on that. Let me just put the link up in the comments. Where is it? Where is it? And pin it. Let me pin that. All right, there you go. C Unit Business. How do I pin it? All right, there we go. Pin the message. There we go, people. I pinned the message. Get yourself over. Can we hit 1,000 on the Curtis Shaw Clips channel? Get involved, people, at C Unit. You know I had to put that in there, people. I had to be. Anyway, let's move on. Let me give you some, well, I would say good news as well. We're always interested in who we can bring in. Sometimes you've just got to maintain what you've got. And we are maintaining one of our star boys. This is as big as any transfer for Arsenal this summer. I've got to be totally honest. Or this January, should I say. Exclusive from David Ornstein, an hour before kickoff. Exclusive, Gabriel Martinelli has agreed a new 4.5-year contract at Arsenal. Previous terms ran until 2024 and had a 2-year option. Fresh deal in process of being finalised for the 21-year-old attacker to extend at the Emirates Stadium until summer 2027. Now, they haven't actually revealed how much his wages are going to be, which will be interesting. As I said before, and I don't want to do the whole ITK thing because there's nothing worse than somebody saying, I've heard this, and then it doesn't happen. But I'm going to say it anyway. I've heard that Saka is pretty much done. I think they're just figuring out how much exactly, But from what I've heard, Saka is pretty much in the bag. I think they want to make a real big fuss of that announcement because they see him as the star boy. I think they'll probably wait until the transfer window is closed before announcing Saka. What I was hearing was that the Saliba one that was taking a little bit more time to get done. But I do think that one will get done as well. Saliba seems to really enjoy himself at Arsenal. Said a lot of good things. His agent said positive things as well. Martinelli, 21 years of age, people. What a talent. And this is what I'm saying. When you put things into perspective, we could be about to spend 80 million on Caicedo, who's played 28 games in the Premier League, right? That's the level that you're having to spend 80 million. Saka is 21 years of age. Martinelli is 21 years of age. These two could genuinely be two of the best wingers in the world within the next few years. You look at a lot of the best wingers around at the moment. Salah, Mane, in their 30s. Mahrez in his 30s. You know, you look around world football, there aren't that many wingers at the top clubs that have really set the world on fire. Vinicius is, you know, he looks like a superstar. Mbappe's a striker / winger. Neymar's in his 30s. Messi and CR7 obviously are in their mid-30s. Rashford's having a good season. But you look at Saka, Martinelli, and the sky is the limit for these two. So we need to tie these guys down and build and add more players to them to put them on the level that they should be on. So this is fantastic news. Mudryk, yeah, unfortunately, he's probably somebody that you're going to be mentioning in the same conversation. He looks like he's got unbelievable potential. But we've seen a lot of top players go to Chelsea and struggle. Lukaku, at that time, people were saying he could be one of the best strikers in world football at that time. He's been awful. So, yeah, there's lots of players. Yes, bro, love the Clips channel. Big up, bro. Get involved. Saka and Martinelli, 500 million. Clever done. Best in the world, Craig. They could be the best in the world. Top flight security of the world, Craig. You know how that goes, man. Big film, by the way. Big film. Ibby with the super chat. Praying for another FA Cup final 2017. Holding performance, Curtis, when he locked up Costa. Looking for Fabio Vieira to do good with Saka and midfield partners. I think I told this story before. When we played Man City FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, the 2017 one. I remember I didn't have a ticket for that game. A friend of mine said, listen, my mate's got a ticket. Go to Wembley, meet him here. Gave me the number. I met him there. And I'm wearing my Arsenal shirt. I've got my jacket on top of it. I get there. The guy comes over to meet me. He's wearing a Manchester City shirt. So I'm like, hey, he's got a Manc accent. He's like, here's the ticket, £45. Enjoy the game. He's like, do you think we'll beat Arsenal today? I'm like, think we'll beat Arsenal? He's like, you are a Man City fan, aren't you? I can't sell you the ticket if you're not a Man City fan. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, yeah, I think we'll win, mate. You know, Aguero, blah, blah, blah. You know, it'll be too much for them. Took the ticket, made sure the jacket was zipped up. Spent 90 minutes surrounded by Manchester City fans as we beat them 2-1. It was wild scenes, people. Aguero chipped Peter Cech, 1-0. Monreal scored back post, equaliser. Then Alexis does his thing. I had to leave very quick. When Alexis scored that second, I ran down the stairs and left the stadium. I had to get away. All the Manchester City fans were swearing. I was like, what kind of defending is that? Ran out and went crazy. It was mad, people. It was absolutely mad. Pure scenes. And you got to remember, people, the last couple of times we played Man City in the FA Cup, they've been dealt with. FA Cup semi-final 2020, Aubameyang. 2 goals, nutmegged Ederson. You know how that went down as well, people. So, yeah, there'll be a lot of Man City fans who are happy that I'm not sitting in their end of the ground today anyway. But, yeah, it was mad. I remember when Aguero chipped Peter Cech and I just stood up. I probably looked so angry. And the guy next to me, like, grabbed me on my shoulders to celebrate. You know, I had to pretend I was happy that they were scored. It was painful, but it was worth it to see 40,000 Man City fans devastated as Sanchez slammed home the winner. So it was worth it in the end, people. But Martinelli, new contract. 4.5 years. 1 down, 2 to go. Saka, from what I've heard, that one's done. I think that one will be announced when the window closes. Saliba, a little bit more negotiation, but I think that one will get done as well. No shame whatsoever, my friend. I had a Coronation Street accent on for 90 minutes. It was all going off. Sean Goater, it was all happening. But They didn't know the Arsenal t-shirt was on underneath. I did zip the jacket all the way to the top, though. There was a lot of drunk Man City fans. I thought it was the wrong place for them to see that red shirt. That story is awesome. Great story. Yeah, man, it was quality, man. Saw the lineup and thought, I need alcohol for this, says Mama Knows. Listen, let's get back to the lineup. I mean, for anyone just tuning in, we never recommend alcohol consumption on this channel. I'm all about health and wealth, you know, but Rob Holding against Erling Haaland, I mean, you might need something, I don't know, some chocolate, something to get you through this. But boy, it could be a long night. But you never know. Rob Holding might prove us all wrong. Like you said, I remember him shutting down Diego Costa, FA Cup final, when Costa was on fire them times as well. And but Diego Costa and Haaland is a different level. I can't lie. This guy is literally Ivan Drago. He can score from anywhere, although most of his goals are inside the area. Saw the light. Yeah, man. It's a rum and Red Bull settings tonight, man. Beanie, man. You might need some of that. I told you, worst case scenario, it's just a get-together. It's a gathering. It's not even a watch-along. I'll change the name to get-together. We'll turn it into a party or something if we have to. But let me go through the Arsenal team for anyone just tuned in. And if you don't want to know the score, look away now, as they used to say on the news before match of the day. Yeah, the Notts accent is halfway there anyway. It's half Northern anyway, so I had a little bit more to it. You know, the Manx might have fell for it anyway. You know how that goes. Matt Turner in goal, formerly known as Tina Turner, but he had a good World Cup, so I call him Matt Turner now. You know, I owe him that. Tomiyasu's back in at right back. Tierney comes in at left back for Zinchenko. I would imagine Zinchenko would be a little bit disappointed, man. At any level, it's great to play against your former club, but it is what it is. Gabriel and Rob Holding, I mean, Holding against Haaland. If this works, you are a genius, Mikel. If it goes how I expect it to go, then you've had an absolute Freddy Krueger, that is for sure. Because I'm sure Haaland is looking at that match ball and thinking, you'd look good on my cabinet around 11:30 tonight. Jacob Partey and Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira comes in for Odegaard. Trossard comes in on the left for Martinelli. I think we all know that was going to happen. And I don't mind that happening, even though Martinelli, delighted he signed a new contract. He's been quiet the last two games. Trossard against Lewis. I really thought Kyle Walker was going to be at right back. Trossard against Lewis could be a bit of joy for us. Saka on the right and Eddie and Nketiah through the middle. I mean, listen, we have still got enough to trouble them. And it is a game where I always think these games here, the fringe players have to prove themselves at the end of the day. We can't win everything based on 11 players. Tomiyasu's still a competent right back. Come in for Ben White and do your job. You know, Rob Holding, I mean, he has had good games in the past. He's not necessarily somebody that 5, 6, 10, 15 games he's going to perform. But for one game, you would hope. You would hope and pray. Tierney needs a performance as well. If you're Kieran Tierney, you're thinking, okay, I'm struggling to get back into this team. Everyone's hyping Zinchenko. And the game that you get put back in, you're playing against Riyad Mahrez, who I've said many times, I think Riyad Mahrez is one of the most underrated footballers on the planet. I think he's world class. I honestly do. Technically, I have not seen many better footballers than him. His first touch, he is pure silk, and I wish Arsenal would have signed him. We did try and sign him, obviously, from Leicester, but didn't get the deal done. Another one that Wenger nearly signed. That is not an easy game to come back into, man, Riyad Mahrez. But again, he needs to prove himself. It's up to him to prove it. So, the Manchester City team, obviously, they're not at full strength. Ortega comes in for Ederson, Lewis at right back, Stones and Akanji at centre back, and Ake at left back. As I said, that back five, the goalkeeper and back four, does give me some hope that we can cause problems and score a few goals, because Nathan Ake is not a natural left back. Stones and Akanji have not played together often, even though I think they're both decent. And Lewis is a young lad at right back who Trossard needs to get at. Ortega's their second choice goalkeeper as well. Definitely not as good as Ederson. You look at that Manchester City bench as well. I mean, just read out the rest of their team. Their midfield three, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan. Their front three, Mahrez, Grealish and Haaland. I mean, it's ridiculous. That last six is just ridiculous. Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, Grealish, Haaland. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Jack Grealish. But still, you're talking about £100 million player. And their bench, their bench is a cheat code. Ederson, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Kelvin Phillips, Cancelo, Laporte, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, and Palmer, who's the young lad. Alvarez, World Cup winner. Bernardo Silva being linked with Barcelona. Laporte, a great ball-playing centre-back. Cancelo, left-back in the Premier League Team of the Year last year. Phillips, Leeds United's Player of the Season. Diaz, one of the best centre-backs in the league. Walker, outrageously good right-back, super quick. Ederson, one of the best ball-playing goalkeepers in the world. It's ridiculous. Omar, from your birthday, boy, off to enjoy myself. Hey, have a good night, Omar. Enjoy your birthday. And yeah, I don't blame you for going out, to be honest. You know what I mean? But listen, we've got a decent bench as well. Is it a good thing or not? Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Zinchenko. Kivior makes his debut on the bench. Sambi Lokonga, Martin Odegaard, Marquinhos, and new contract boy, Gabby Martinelli. So I suppose the positive, if we're chasing the game, you can bring on Martinelli, you can bring on Odegaard, Zinchenko. There's lots of quality there that you can bring off the bench. But let's just hope we're still in the game. Phil Foden is the only big name that is out injured for Manchester City. He's not fully fit at the moment. He's not on the bench. Obviously for Arsenal, no Gabriel Jesus, who's still out. And obviously no Mohamed El Neni, who we're waiting for the results of the scan. Could be out for the rest of the season. We don't know as of yet. But this is obviously why Arsenal are heading into the market. A couple of super chats. Newton's Gaming, who's to say they're not going to target Partey? You know, I just hope Partey gets off this pitch uninjured. That's all I'm trying for. E. Ross said, got a serious question. E. Ross, man, come on, bro. I can't believe you actually paid for that as well. Beres Hammond or Bob Marley? Bro, I like Beres, of course. Beres has got bangers, but Bob's a different level, man. I feel like giving you your money back for that one, Eros. Come on. You said a serious question. That ain't no serious question. Bob's on a different level. But big up yourself anyway. Brio said Trossard is going to win Saka a penalty. Let's hope so. I'm actually genuinely, probably that's the most exciting thing about this game for me is Trossard starting the game. New signing. Up against a young right back. I was thinking tonight, boy, Kyle Walker, that's a tough game. But Lewis, although Lewis is a good player, he can be got at. He can yeah, Bob Marley is the R9 equivalent. Yeah, it's a crazy question, Eros. I can't lie. Would you buy Hernandez from Milan? Move Zinni to centre mid? I like Hernandez, good player. But Zinni's doing so well at left back. I wouldn't necessarily spend big money on a left back. Anyway, people, give me a score predictions. I'll be honest, I predicted 1-1. I'm going to stick by it. A draw wouldn't actually be a great result because we'd have a replay. We'd have to play them again next week, which means we'll be playing them 4 times this season, which I actually don't want to happen. But I'm going to stick with 1-1. Blue Moon versus North London forever. It is a big game, FA Cup, and we are underway, people. We are underway. Manchester City against the famous table-topping Arsenal. Give me a score predictions. 2-1 to City, 3-1 City. There's 7,000 Arsenal fans there. Fair play to them, man, on a Friday night. 3-2 to Arsenal, 2-0 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, 1-0 Rob Holding masterclass. I hope so. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Foul by De Bruyne on Thomas Partey. That is going to be a battle, by the way. 3-2 to Arsenal, 3-1 City, 2-1 Arsenal. Arsenal ball over the top looking for Saka. Overhit goes out for a goal kick to City. Manchester City, people. Listen, let's... as I keep saying, I'm trying to be laid back. I'm not trying to be too uptight for this game. It's an FA Cup game. I do want us to win. But always try and find the best, even in a negative situation. If we lose... Here we go. Holding against Haaland. He's already pulled him down. Oh, my daisies. Give the free kick to us. Wow. Cheers, ref. Ref must have 10 grand on Arsenal to win because I thought Rob Holding fouled him there, but it is what it is. Check his Sky Bet account. Look, Holding Do you know what? I like holding... I mean, oh my days, ref. Honestly, that is such a... It's a blatant... He's pulling Haaland's shirt off him. How he's given that free kick to us, I will never know, but I will take it. Maybe he likes Rob Holding's haircut more than Haaland's, you know. Maybe the ponytail winds him up a little bit. But yeah, I reckon the ref's got Sky Bet account going on Arsenal to win. Both teams to score 10 grand. Here's Ortega for Manchester City. I haven't seen a lot of him in goal for them, so let's try and test him. That's a throw into Arsenal in the Manchester City half. The thing with Rob Holding that scares me sometimes is he did this against Son last year at Tottenham. He tries to bully the player by getting all physical and grabbing him and kicking him. Well, you can't get away with that in the Premier League and VAR. You just get sent off, and that's what happened against Tottenham. He tried to bully Son, elbowed him in the face and got sent off. You don't need to be fouling Haaland. Just restrict him of space. Don't let him, you know, get in the area and make them runs too much. So just stay calm. Yeah, this ain't Bolton Wanderers, bro. You're playing against one of the best strikers in world football. Turner finds Thomas Partey and they keep the ball well there. Apparently Roy Keane was fuming in the build-up. Said that Arsenal should have took the FA Cup more seriously. Turner gives it away. Here we go. This is where... Oh, De Bruyne, Haaland... Little 1-2. Shot over them wide by Rodri there. Roy Keane saying that we should have took the FA Cup more seriously because we're the record holders and it's an opportunity to get a leg up over City, you know, this, that, the other. But it is what it is. Roy Keane, man, just concentrate on United. Relax. You know Roy Keane's pantomime villain, innit? You know, he's told to be angry. Roy Keane's probably smiling, and when the camera comes on, he's like, just look as angry as you can, Roy. You know how that goes. Ball over the top, Eddie. Should have brought the ball down there. Nobody spoke to him. Tried to flick it on for Saka, and the ball was given away, and they have the ball back. Let me end that poll, by the way. Let me end that poll. 67% of you say that we should pay the 80 million for Caicedo. 33% say no. Big up to everyone who voted. Clips channel, new Curtis Shaw TV Clips channel is pinned in the chat. Go and subscribe on there. We've just hit 200 already. Can we hit 1,000 on there before the end of this watch along, people? Big up to everyone for the support. We'll try and get 2 to 3 clips on there every day. And we'll probably be on TikTok in the next few days as well. The game is the game. I was trying to avoid it. But it is what it is. Holding wins the header against Haaland. And Arsenal retain possession. Gabriel on the ball for Arsenal. Finds Leandro Trossard down this right-hand side. Running at John Stones. First chance for him to show what he's about. Go on, Leandro. Bossard cuts inside. Does well. Good footwork. Cuts back onto his left. Good chance for Arsenal. Tomiyasu! What a save by Ortega! What a strike by Tomiyasu. Tierney whips it in the air. Oh, good play there by Trossard, a.k.a. Bossard. That was good footwork. Aye! Trossard again into Tierney. Oh, he gives it away. We win it back, though. Here's Bossardinho on this left-hand side up against Mahrez. Whips into the back post. Ake with the flick on. Saka was, was creeping round the back there. Good start. We look dangerous on the attack. I can't lie. Partey gives the ball to Granit. Hey, bossy, man. Trust the process, people. Trust the process. Leandro Bossard. Trossardinho. Looking lively there. The thing is, where you can exploit this City team is that Lewis drops into the middle and tries to play that kind of inverted fullback role. And then John Stones almost ends up being at right back. And John Stones is not... Listen, I think John Stones a very, very good centre-back, but he's not the quickest. You wouldn't mind running at him if he was a quick winger. So, yeah, man, it looks like we can cause problems. Obviously, they're going to cause problems. That's the problem of the problem, you know. City overplaying, goes out for a goal kick to Manchester City. This Ortega is not going to be as good on the ball as Ederson. They're showing you here. Came out to Tomiyasu, edge of the box, hits it on the volley. It's just too close to the goalkeeper. You know, it is a good save if it's further in that corner. Hits the ball really nice. And fair play, Tomiyasu. Now, hasn't been in the team for a while. Did well last week against Rashford when Rashford caused problems in that first half against Ben White. Foul there on Grealish by Tomiyasu on the halfway line. Trossard putting a smile on my face. Yeah, man. £20 million. It looks like good business, that's for sure. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Heinz Mahrez. Be strong, Gabby. That's our ball. No, he's give it to... Look, they even... No, it's their ball. Throw into them on the halfway line. Trossard looks quality. Lando said, I'm wearing my Arsenal top. Wear it with pride, man. Wear it with pride. You know what? When you're out on the streets now, I see Arsenal shirts everywhere. In the gym, the shirts are back out. I can't lie. I was wearing the Arsenal shirts in private the last few years, you know. Just in the house like pyjamas. Now, people are wearing them in the summertime with the shorts and everything. It's all mad. People are proud of the Arsenal shirts again. Time for the apprentice to pass the teacher. Yeah, I told you, man. Just listen, give Pep a little slap round the head. Say, listen, yeah, you taught me a few lessons, but I've overtaken you now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Now, listen, we know Pep is still the master, but listen, he needs to win. I saw a stat that Arsenal have played 7 games against Pep since Arteta's been in charge. We've lost 6 and drawn 1. That has to change. We can't just be getting slapped by these lot all the time. Given away there by... Oh, Granit! What are you doing? Haaland gave the ball away there and Granit gives it away. See, the problem with Man City, right? If you give the ball away cheap, you might not see the ball for the next minute. That's how good they are in possession. So you can't give the ball away easily against them. This is the one team you can't give possession away easily. Throw into City on the halfway line. We've started quite well. I think they look like they can be got at in defence. And I said this before the game, that their back four, they've got a better defence on the bench than they've got on the pitch. Holding misses the ball. Keeper comes out. Oh, my days. Haaland bicycles it in. Wow, I thought he'd done a Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Scored a bicycle from 30 yards. What is Rob Holding doing there, by the way? The man just missed the ball. Great play there by Eddie. Wins a free kick on the halfway line. What on earth is that from Rob Holding? Look at him. He's more interested in having a scrap with Haaland. Honestly, if Haaland would have scored that, I think I'd have had to come off the stream for 5 minutes. How does Rob Holding miss the ball there? Haaland ends up just leaving him and he just stretches his leg out and misses the ball. I told you, you need to pray for this guy tonight. It's going to be a long 90 minutes. Tell Kivior to warm up. He can't be worse than Rob Holding. That is honestly, that's not even League One defending. It's lower. You wouldn't see that in the conference. Arsenal win the ball back. Partey, keep the ball. Here we go. Saka, right-hand side, up against Nathan Ake. Been nominated for Player of the Month in the Premier League, Saka. He's on fire this season. And Arsenal keep possession. Did he pull him? I don't know, bro, but he should have. You got... Oh, Tierney, bro! Told you this guy. I know people love Tierney, you know, but he just doesn't have the quality on the ball that Zinni has. It's a big difference. Simple pass. We're not keeping the ball well enough. Gareth said, hold him, red card imminent. I hope not. Just sub him off. I'm trying my best, Rob, to stand by you here and defend you, but boy, he don't make it easy. How this guy's been at Arsenal for 8 years, I will never, ever know. I really won't. Glad we have Zinchenko. Sometimes, do you know what it is? With this Tierney argument, because I don't want people to think all of a sudden that Tierney is a bad player. He's not. He's still a very good left-back. He'd start at most clubs. But when you're trying to play possession-based football, you need somebody that's very comfortable in possession. You know, which is why Man City, you look, they've had problems at left-back over the last few years because there aren't many left-backs that can play like that. It's not just about being a good defender nowadays. Fullbacks are attacking players. They've got to get on the ball. Look at goalkeepers. People are saying he's a ball-playing goalkeeper. When have you ever heard that? You know, it's crazy. So, anyway, 11 minutes gone. Still 0-0, which is a positive, I suppose. Trossard looks lively on this left-hand side. We need to get the ball to him a little bit more. And and try and get at them. Here is Rob Holding. Turner, he needs to be calm tonight as well. Goes long there, and I don't mind that. Every now and then, you may have to. The problem with Manchester City, you have to look after the ball when you get it. This is what makes them so good. They will keep possession for long periods of time. Look, keep the ball. Come on, Saka. We can't get the ball. We're struggling to get possession. Yeah, Cormac, he does need a run of games, but it's going to be hard for him to get a run of games at the moment. C-Unit, big up Reem, hope you're well. Rob Holding's getting too tight. Here's Gundogan for Manchester City, left-hand side. Out of contract in the summer. How easy is that? Runs into the area. Jack Grealish whips it in. Turner does well. Well done, Turner, lad. Calm down, Matty. Calm down. Kicks it long, looking for Eddie. Go on, lad. Show us your strength. He loses out to Akanji there. It's too easy. See, Man City, look how easy they play out of tight situations. Pep got them playing 1-2 touch football. They do it in training every day in tight spaces. They'll play, one team will have less players against the other. I've seen the documentaries of how they train and how Pep makes them so comfortable on the ball. We have to keep the ball better. Turner's not bad. He's all right. He's all right as a second choice keeper. It's a tactical battle. It's interesting. Haaland gives away the ball there. Vieira gets hit on the head. Free kick. This could be a head injury here. Listen, Vieira, again, it's a big game for him. 35 million. We are, 4 days until the end of January. We need to see more from this guy. I mean, there wasn't too much in that, but we need to see him getting on the ball. He needs to do what Odegaard's been doing. Although it's not easy when you don't always start. Don't be too harsh on Tierney. Remember, he hasn't played in a month. Listen, totally understand. When you're not starting every week, it's hard to find that rhythm. The team are playing slightly different. May not suit him. Free kick to Arsenal in the centre circle. They've pushed bodies forward. I think they're going to clip this into the area. Try and relieve a bit of pressure. We've started the game okay. Xhaka clips it into the area. Rob Holding goes up. Can we get the bits? Saka with the shot. It's blocked. Doesn't really get hold of it. And we're forced back to the halfway line. Tomiyasu ends up smashing it long. You can't do that. And we win the throw-in. Very scrappy game so far. We're not particularly looking after the ball that well. But at the same time, we're restricting Man City a little bit. And I think you've got to understand, this is a Man City team that are not at their peak of confidence at the moment. They've lost 2 of their last 4 games. They beat Tottenham and Wolves, but they lost to Southampton and to Man United. So, Pep's still leaving the likes of Kyle Walker on the bench. This article came out, I think it was yesterday. Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Foden. There was another player that Pep is sort of questioning these guys' hunger and determination. Fabio Vieira, simple ball, bro. Gotta do more. That's a simple ball. Gives it away there. Saka's got a one-on-one with Ake there. It's a poor pass. We're a bit sloppy in possession at the moment. Little bit sloppy in possession. We've got to just tidy up a little bit. City don't look on fire, but they'll look better in the second half, I'm sure, when they make changes with the bench they've got. Did you hate Roy when he played with Man U in the tunnel in Highbury? Yeah, he was a massive rival, wasn't he? I had no time for him. No time whatsoever for him. Partey caught in possession there to Haaland. Although Haaland is caught offside, does us a favour there. We look a bit nervous. The level's gone up. When the level goes up, the pressure goes up. That means you have to deal with that pressure, with that expectation. You're playing, let's face it, Manchester City are one of the best teams in world football at club level. No doubt about it. So there's extra pressure and we're not at full strength. So those dynamics make it difficult. We need to settle into the game, hopefully score first. The game's on ITV1 for anybody looking for it. Smokey said Tierney suits counter ball would thrive at Liverpool. Yeah, he's got a very good delivery as well. Get on the overlap of the winger if it was like Luis Diaz. He's more of an orthodox left back. I think he would help Martinelli a lot, to be honest, because it would help. As a winger, it's good having an overlapping fullback because he'll pull the fullback out of position. Arsenal struggling to get hold of the ball. John Stone's on the ball for City here. We're not getting any sustained period of pressure at the moment. No, yeah, you're right. Nothing special from them, but you can't let them find their momentum and improve, you know. Try and catch. We need to catch them while they're not playing as good. And big up Marcin Bolivian for becoming a member on the channel. We'll have a member stream next week. So hopefully we'll have a big midfielder to celebrate in that member stream. Don't forget, link is in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. Curtis Shaw Clips is now live, people. Can we hit 1,000 subs sooner rather than later? I think we're already on 250. So big up to everyone who's supporting the channel. Like the video and subscribe as well. Let's hit 60k by Tuesday midnight when that transfer window closes. Manchester City on the ball on the halfway line. Slow start to the game. I think we would have all taken this first 17 minutes of the game. Just simply, they haven't found their rhythm yet, and neither have... Oh my days, how is that a foul? Thought Tomiyasu won the ball there. Grealish rolling around. Get up. You're just a cough and headband merchant, man. Was it a foul? Yeah, definitely a foul. Kicks the back of his Achilles, and that is painful, I can't lie. Gucci Gang Grealish rolling all over the floor. Get up. 3K in the chat. Keep smashing the likes up and sub if you haven't already. Big up to everyone. Big up everyone on YouTube. Big up everyone on Twitch. C-Unit business. Let's keep going. Looking forward to the next few days. Transfer window. I am actually glad that this game is on the Friday because, listen, we then have a few days to go and get some business done, which is what we need to get done, you know. Vieira is too passive. He doesn't demand the ball enough. I think it's a lack of confidence. He's come from Porto, where he was one of their main creative players. Everything goes through him. You're held in high regard. When you play for a team and you know that manager and those players rate you highly, it adds a different level of belief to you. When you're turning up on the weekend and you know you're starting, that gives you a different level of belief. He's turning up on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whatever day Arsenal play. He knows he's probably going to be on the bench. Odegaard's going to start. Odegaard's the captain. That does something to Vieira, and it's whether he can deal with that or not. And that's whether he will become a top player or not. Yeah, like Lokonga. Lokonga's confidence looks shot to pieces because he's not used to being on the bench. He started every week at Anderlecht. It's a very interesting dynamics. So difficult when the guy playing in front of you is a favourite. You know, so Vieira's looking at Odegaard thinking, man, Odegaard is the club captain. He's one player of the month. He's on good form, you know. How do I get in the team ahead of this guy? It can be very difficult as a player to keep your head up and keep going. So he's got to be brave, though, Vieira. There's no point in him coming in this game and just hiding because that makes no difference. He needs to try and get on the ball and make something happen. But City is a difficult team to do that against because you don't get the ball as much. Reedy said sub to the new channel, I remember, and this one was on 1,000 subs. You've come a long way. Keep it up. Appreciate that, bro. It's just about keep building, innit? Keep building. It's like Arsenal. You've got to the top of the league. Now you're trying to stay at the top. Keep building. Sign new players. It's like that in life. No matter how well you do, keep building. That's all we got to do. Wasim said, Big C is an ex-player. How will Sambi be feeling besides the obvious when he's had his chance to prove himself? I feel like Sambi has had more of a chance than Fabio Vieira. And that's the problem. There was a clear opening for Sambi as well because we've had injuries. He needs to... Don't feel sorry for yourself. Here's Fabio Vieira. Chance for Arsenal. Trossard up against Lewis in the area. Left foot. Great save. Oh, comes back out. Great defending there by Lewis. Oh, Trossard again. Good save there again by Ortega. What I like about Trossard is he can use both feet. That is a great strike with his left foot. Looks very comfortable on both feet. Two best opportunities so far have fallen to Arsenal. Trossard there against Lewis. And I think Lewis thought he was going to cut onto his right foot there. but looks equally as comfortable on that left. Gets the shot off. Good save. Doesn't quite get into the corner. Man City on the break. Turner comes out, does well again. He's sweeping up very well there. And I think that's something they have said. Because Haaland is going to outpace Holding at times, the goalkeeper needs to get off his line. Good save by Ortega. Gets a strong hand to it. He should save it. I mean, Vieira was following up there. It's a shame he didn't get that. Partey just sat down Rodri. Partey's in great form, man. Trossard looks quality. He's been our best player so far in this game. Jazz said, I'm not watching the game, but Big C live streams are very exciting. You feel like you're in the stadium. Just compare this with others, you'll see the difference. Big up Big C. I appreciate the kind words, Jazz. Here is Haaland up against Rob Holding. Gets the ball out wide to Jack Grealish. Skips inside Tomiyasu. Good tackle, Thomas Partey. Put that calf merchant on the floor. Akanji bullies Eddie off the ball there. He's got to be strong. Got to use that arm and hold him off there. Use that arm. I'm always telling Cruz, when you play against these defenders, give them that arm. That's the insurance policy. It'll buy you a second. Akanji's quite good, actually. I got to be honest. He's not a bad defender. Trossard better than Martinelli. I don't want to start saying that yet. I'm not going to say that based on 20 minutes of football. Martinelli's put in some top performances. Ruined Trent. Ruined Cancelo last season. Let's just be happy we've got both of them, you know. Arsenal have the ball back. Man City look a little bit frustrated as well. That's the positive thing. Oh, good play, Matty Turner. They were pressing him there. I thought he was in big trouble. But he plays his way out. Throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. Brio said we need possession or Trossard will look average. Got to get the ball to him high up the pitch. He's clearly can trouble this Lewis at right back. Big up Brio. Lamivo said Akanji is classy. He looks good. He looks good. I mean, I don't know what the commentator's saying, but they zoomed in on Rob Holding now, which is never a good sign when they're zooming in on the centre-back. He's done all right so far. Let me not annihilate him. He's doing okay. I don't think Pep will be happy with this either. He's a perfectionist. They're dominating possession, but not really creating much. Trossard has a future cult hero written all over him. Yeah, I can see him becoming a very popular player. He's technically very good. He works hard, shoots right foot, left foot. I think he'll score some good goals for us, you know. He shoots from distance as well. So, yeah, 20 million, it's a no-brainer. It's a quality bit of business. Holding passed back. He did well, though, Turner, in the end. So glad Sambi Lakonga isn't playing. He always hides. My girlfriend's up here. He's waiting for your answer about the mug. Oh, apologies. I thought I emailed back. No, I've got to reply again. I'm going to get that sorted for you, William. Don't worry. City plays with first 11. I mean, Edison, Walker, Diaz, Cancelo. Maybe 3 or 4. Haaland wins the flick. De Bruyne isn't able to get it. Given away. Granit Xhaka, was it? Or Tierney there. Give it away. Mahrez up against Xhaka. This doesn't look good. Mahrez shoots. Good block. Comes out edge of the area. Rodri finds Lewis. Was that handball? Kevin De Bruyne, you know he wants to put a cross in. He shoots. Oh, my days. Wow, he puts it just wide. Tried to bend it in that far corner. His technique is outrageous. Is that a corner? He hit that with his left foot like it was his right foot. Slight deflection, I think, off Granit. The technique's outrageous. I actually don't look like it gets a deflection. Is that a corner? No, it's not a corner. It's a goal kick. The technique's outrageous from KDB, man. I can't lie. Left foot, right foot is a joke. Legend said, any chance of a shout out 3:30 a.m. here in Cambodia? Appreciate your support in the middle of the night. Big up Axe, bro. He said there's levels and Rob Holding isn't it. Nah, he certainly ain't. Maybe we get away with it. It's Fabio Vieira. Finds Trossard again in the penalty area. Overhits the ball slightly. Does well. Holds off Lewis. Kieran Tierney. Trossard's been our best player so far. Good footwork. Good ball. Definitely our best player so far on the ball. Kieran Tierney. The one thing with Man City, they don't even... honestly, and I don't want to do this to Kieran Tierney because I like Kieran Tierney. He makes me miss Zinchenko when he's on the ball. Because Zinni's so good on the ball. You can't give the ball away like that. You're under no pressure. If it's a difficult pass, difficult situation, then I understand. It's a simple 8-yard pass. You're putting it out for a goal kick. You can't do that with Man City. You've got to look after the ball. You can't do unforced errors. It was the right ball, but he's got to play that with more quality than that. But anyway, let me calm down. 26 minutes gone. Manchester City 0. Arsenal 0. We'd have taken this. Yeah, listen, I'm backing him. I think you're right, George. It is a lack of confidence. It is. And it's sad. Again, it's the same situation that I referred to earlier. Tierney played every week at Celtic. Fans idolised him. I think he even was captain at times for Celtic. He's come to Arsenal where he was first team left back. Had no real competition. Nuno Tavares, not levels. And now all of a sudden you're on the bench. Zinchenko's playing every week. Fans are singing songs about him. Manager loves him. Mentally, it's different. Also, the manager wants him to play a different way that he's not used to. You know, he's what I would call an orthodox left back, where Zinchenko is like this kind of, you know, midfielder almost at left back. Arsenal have possession. Thomas Partey, ball out wide to Saka. He's hardly had the ball so far. Up against Nathan Ake. They've doubled up on him straight away. Tries to shift him. Ake's done well. Saka slips over and takes the ball off him. The game ain't based on sympathy, says Broads. Yeah, it's the harsh reality. He was captain at Celtic. Gundogan is fouled there. Free kick in the Man City half. If you notice, Saka, Ake gets close to him and Grealish drops back straight away. They're not allowing him to go one-on-one. They know that he's a danger man. 7,000 Arsenal fans inside the stadium. I've got the volume very, very low, so I won't be able to hear it. But I would imagine those Arsenal fans are making a lot of noise there. And the Etihad's not always the loudest of stadiums. What's giving me a bit of hope here is, although I'm going to keep quiet because Haaland against Holding. Rob Holding does well. Little headbutt in the back of the head. Do what's necessary. Arsenal on the break. Oh, no, we had a break on, but it's a head injury to Haaland. Come on, he's a robot. There's nothing wrong with him. Just tighten the screw. Get the screwdriver out. Probably a screw's come loose. He's a robot, man. Rob Holding. Oh, a little forearm in the back of the head there. Right on the back of the ponytail. Got to be careful, though. Like, I don't mind that. I've seen Broads do that in our AFTV games 4 times a game. Little forearm across the back of your head. But there's VAR in this, man. You end up getting sent off doing that. Big him up, though. Big him up. Like Haaland's on the floor. He's mash up. He can't believe it. Rob Holding dark arts. But if the dark arts gets too dark, you end up with a red card and a 3-match ban, you know. So, breaking play at the moment. Anyway, I think Haaland needs a new... needs his ponytail putting back in by the physio. And there'll be a little break in possession. Broad's GBH tactics. Bro, I'm telling you. It's a good job there was no VAR in them games. Nate says, big up C-Unit as an American that stopped playing footy too early. Can you explain what makes De Bruyne's technique so outrageous? Cheers from the LBC. With so much drama in the LBC, he's kind of hobby as Snoop D or Double G, but somehow, some way, keep coming up with, hey, come on, man, don't test. I told you, we turned this into a gathering. It's just a night out. It's his ability to put it in that danger zone. He puts the ball, Kevin De Bruyne, in that area. He doesn't even look. That area between the goalkeeper and the 6-yard box, he just puts it in that corridor of uncertainty. And because Haaland's movement is so good, you know, this is why he scores so many goals. Gerrard used to do that ball at Liverpool, you know. It looks simple. He makes it look simple. But it rips defences apart. It really does. But big up, Nate. 4-1-1 football. Celtic supporter here. Love Kieran Tierney. I think he played too much senior football when his body was still growing at a young age. I think that's why he's so prone to injury. Yeah, I mean, I remember when we signed him, I spoke to a Celtic fan and he said, you know, for a guy of his age, a lot of injuries. When we signed him, I think he had a hernia operation. So, yeah, it can happen. I think something similar is happening to Smith Rowe at the moment. At that age, they say you're still growing until you're 22. If you get injuries at that age, while you're still growing, it can offset a lot of things. Arsenal give the ball away so easy there, and then City give the ball away. Rodri's pass goes over Ake's head. I'm telling you, Pep will be pulling his hair out. Although there ain't much here to pull out, but he'll be trying. Because they're not playing well either. It's not a classic, but I don't mind it. Let's make it a scrappy 1-0 win. I'm going to put on some Uncle Snoop right now. Hey, nephew. Do what you need to do, my bro. Comedy clips. Gusto to Chelsea. Here we go. I can't take this anymore. Listen, anyone who's available, Chelsea are going to buy them. It is what it is. They needed a right back to cover Reece James, so fair play to them. Eddie on this left-hand side, up against Akanji. Does well. Finds Granit. Tackled too easily there by Gundogan. And Gundogan clears it. That is way too easy. They should not be able to play out that easy. Aryan said, holding off at half-time, please. Big up with the super chat. I don't think he'll take him off, even though he's making me very nervous. But I don't think he'll take him off. Tierney wins the header. Great touch by Trossard. Sounds like I'm really capping for Trossard, but he hits the area. Whips it across. Eddie with the shot. Oh, just wide at the near post. Good play there by Arsenal. Trossard, he looks good. It's just drive and run. Lewis thinks he's going to cut back. Just gets the byline. Whips it in. Good movement by Eddie across the near post. And it goes just wide. Honestly, I don't want to overhype. I'm loving this Trossard performance. He is, honestly, he's been our best player so far. He's just direct. He looks like an old school winger. I'll run at you. I'll get a cross in. I'll get a shot off. Bossard, our best player so far. They'll have a song for him within a couple of weeks. He looks good, man. He's troubling that, Lewis. I was so glad they didn't play Kyle Walker at right back. He's quicker than I thought. Yeah, I mean, what we saying? FIFA pace. I thought he might have been like 83, 84 pace. Maybe he's like 87, 88 pace. Got a Hunter card on him, so maybe he's a bit quicker than I thought. Could be a Jota, because he can play up front, he can play left, he can play in the cam. Good player. Trossard better than Mudryk. Chelsea fall for the smokescreen. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, eh? Mudryk looks very good, but Trossard looks good. He scored a hat-trick against Liverpool at Anfield. How many players do that? And Haaland there. Ball goes out for a throw. The ponytail merchant's having a stinker. Rob Holding's got him in his pocket. Rob's got him in his pocket. Rob's holding Haaland, people. He's a 90 rated in form right now. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Amaru said, I told you about Trossard. I told you. Hey, all right. Karma. I was disappointed with Mudryk. It took a while for me to get over it. It is what it is. Look at Trossard. Flick. Tierney. We're moving. Oh, Eddie handballs it. Not having a great game. We're a bit disjointed. I feel like I would take half-time 0-0, in all honesty. Let us regather a little bit. Fabio Vieira's having a very quiet game. Saka's isolated. We're not getting the ball to him. Eddie's not getting a lot of the ball either. Brio said, looks like an honest game. We have to be technical. You do. It's Man City, man. You can't be sloppy in possession. Here's Jack Grealish. Driving run, looking for Haaland. Good block, Rob Holding. I thought he was going to give the ball away. Arsenal clear. Halfway line, throwing to City. Aryan, thank you very much for becoming a member, bro. Member stream will be next week. Get involved. Bring Zinni on at half-time. I wouldn't mind him coming on. Give us a different dimension. I don't think he'll take anyone off at half-time unless someone's injured. No one's been that bad. We just need to step it up another level or two. Here come Man City. Kevin De Bruyne, good turn. Ref says get up. Saka's fouled and the ref gives us the free kick. I like this ref. I like this referee, man. I'm telling you. And that's a comment I don't say very often. He seems to be giving us everything. I'll take it. Just give us a penalty now. I mean, De Bruyne, that's embarrassing. Got the Jollof shoulder barge from Partey and tried to dive. And then the calf merchant fouls Saka. Relax, bro. There's only one elite English winger on this football pitch, and it ain't that guy with the headband and the calves out. It's Starboy, brethren. Relax yourself. Grealish is a great carrier of the ball, but yo, bro, relax. Yeah, I think this ref's got 10 grand on Arsenal, man. He got good odds. Inflation is real, man. Who's your pick? Ice Ice Baby or Caicedo? Well, we're being linked with Caicedo, so I'm backing Caicedo. You know, it is what it is. If he signs for Arsenal, as I said, N'Golo Kante part 2. If we don't sign him, he's an Ecuadorian farmer. And then we go Rice Baby, you know. It is what it is. Tomiyasu, long ball, looking for Tierney. Go on, Tierney, lad! I mean... Right. Anyone watching the game, you'll understand why I'm saying that. Tierney has a great first touch. He then shoots, crosses it, kicks it, blasts it. And he goes out for a goal kick, nearly hits the corner flag. Let me not say too much, because people are going to think I'm slandering Kieran Tierney. And I like Kieran Tierney, but I think Zinchenko has made me a bit spoilt with his ability on the ball. Saka's having a rough night. I can't lie. He's had a heavy touch there. He goes out for a throw. Nathan Ake's doing a good job against him. Yeah, the controller disconnected, man. You know, and the battery runs out when you one-on-one with the keeper. It just done a madness. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, he's rusty. He is rusty. I can't lie. You know how the thing goes. Hard, man. Football, you need to play on a regular basis. Please stop slagging off the ref when he's doing his job. He's doing a good job. So I haven't actually slagged off the ref. I'm bigging him up. Tierney trying to play a through ball to Haaland. Oh my days. What is going on here, bro? Tierney's playing a through ball to Haaland now. Haaland tries to lob Turner. It goes over the ball. What is that? Is that Tierney? Oh my days. I mean, Tierney couldn't pass the parcel at a party right now. I'm telling you. He'd drop it. Dear me, he played a through ball to Haaland. Haaland puts it over the bar. City actually aren't playing that well. Their best chances, we've given them to them. But here's what it is, people. 38 minutes gone. Listen, let's get in at half-time. Let's have a Lucozade Sport and some Jaffa cakes and reevaluate. The positive thing about this game is it feels there to be won. We just need to step it up a little bit. I don't think we're playing particularly good. But City aren't either. Trossard nearly nicks it off Stones there. He falls over. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Finds Lewis. Put some pressure on them. Go on, Eddie. Go on. Go on. Ref. That's a penalty, ref. Come on. They should be getting around him. Nah, he hasn't given it. Xhaka, good tackle. Trossard. Lewis out of position. Oh, Rodri does well there to recover. Trossard turns one. No, he's been tackled by Mahrez. And they play out there. Was there not a penalty shout there on Eddie Nketiah? I thought the goalkeeper took him out a little bit there. Here's Grealish. He's took 2. Take the ball off him. Goes past 3 there, Grealish. Here's Erling Haaland. Gets the ball out wide. KDB. Rodri. Gundogan. It's like a training session. Grealish. Whips it in looking for Haaland. Hey! The calf merchant puts it out for a goal kick. Change Tierney and put on the big gun. Bro, I'm telling you, Zinny, man. Zinny. Ah, get Zinny on, man. I'm telling you. Sorry, Kieran Tierney, man, but this ain't nursery, man. There's no time for sympathy. If you ain't performing, go away. You know what I mean? FA Cup 4th round. I'm trying to win this. Here's what it is. Both teams have been really poor. I think Pep will have more head loss than Arteta, though. Look at him. He's not happy. He's thinking, what is going on? What kind of football is this? Bro, I'm telling you, I thought that was a potential penalty on Eddie. They didn't even check it. Ruby! I just remixed it at the last minute, man. I told you, information and entertainment. If I've got no info, I'll try and entertain you people. We keep it moving. Big up everyone in the chat. 3,300. 5 minutes until half time. Manchester City. 0, Arsenal 0. Level of football has not been particularly good, but I will take it. Because I think if we can step this up by 10-15%, that the game could be, you know, we could potentially win it. Equally, Man City will be looking at it going, if they can step it up. then they can do it. Ortega with the ball for City, looking for Haaland. That is way too easy. Look at Holding. You're having a mare, mate. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done, right? I'm done. Get him off this pitch. Let me take you this off the screen. Listen. Mikel, AirPod Albert. Get him off the pitch at half time. He can't handle it. Haaland, he's played the ball. He goes to make the run. I thought I'd just turn the channel over and watch Royal Rumble. I thought Undertaker was fighting Bret the Hitman Hart. What are you doing? Just run with him. Why are you rugby tackling him? You got to take him off. He's in his head, mate. He's in his head. He's in his hair transplant, mate. You can't think. Get him off. Kivior, Saliba, someone's got to come on at half time. Take him off. How is that offside? He didn't even go for the ball. Saka's offside. He doesn't go for the ball. And Ketia goes for it. And he puts his flag up. Get Holding off at half time. I'm sorry, he has to come off. Get Holding off this pitch. He wants to fight hard. He's trying to prove to us that he's a tough man. That's not how it works, mate. You ain't in Bolton. He's going to get sent off. I'll bet money on it. If anyone is into betting, bet on Rob Holding to get sent off. He has to come off at half time. I remember when Wenger apologised, said, sorry, he did not cost 50 million. And, you know, because we thought he was some top player. I can tell he didn't cost 50 million. Good play there, Fabio Vieira. And just as I say that, he kicks the ball to Pep Guardiola. Thank you very much, mate. Fabio, you might have to come off with him as well. Odegaard and Saliba at half time. Ah, dear me. Why? Why? Why does Rob Holding want to fight people to prove he's a tough guy? It don't make no sense. Fabio Vieira's starting to worry me as well. He is. I keep saying it. Oh, there's a player there, but how long can I keep saying that for? You know, it is what it is. 2 minutes till half time. Mikel made a smart change in the last game. Tomiyasu came on. This could be a chance for Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah. Akanji has been wrapping him up in this game. Double challenge. He wraps up Vieira. He's been an animal. He's looking like Vincent Kompany. Bullied Eddie there, then bullied Vieira. City on the break. Please go out for a throw. It does go out for a throw. Akanji clatters Eddie Nketiah. Fabio Vieira comes in, clatters him as well. Too strong. Too strong. I said this, people, about Rob Holding. Because he's a nice guy, because he trains well, because he puts a lot of effort in and doesn't moan, he gets new contracts and we keep him. English quota, you know. He's not Arsenal level. He's not Arsenal level at all. Tierney, Holding and Vieira off. I have to admit, Vieira, man. He's not in the game enough. Doesn't get on the ball enough. There is a player there, but where is he? We need to find him, you know. Let him wash his hair in conditioner and keep them warm, I'm telling you. Just tell Rob, listen, mate, get your shampoo out and get in the shower. I'll see you on Monday at the training ground. Here's Trossard. Go on, Leandro. Up against Stones and Mahrez. Stones. A bit too strong for him there. Lewis clears it. I like Trossard, man. Every time he gets the ball, he's trying to make something happen. John Stones is down, injured on the floor. He does suffer quite often with injuries. Vieira shouldn't be subbed. No, we got to get him on the ball more, but he's got to do more as well. What's happened to Stones there? He's jawed, so he's holding his hamstring. Has he done his hammy? This could be John Stones off. He's holding the back of his hamstring. Usually if you've done that, usually when a player goes down holding his hammy like that, he's tweaked a muscle. I like John Stones as well. Good player, but I think he could be on his way off. Who will he bring on? I mean, in fact, he's got that many options. Could bring Laporte on, could bring Diaz, could move Ake to centre-back and put Cancelo left-back. He's got bags of options. Looks like Ruben Diaz is coming on, so it's probably actually a bad thing because he's probably even better than John Stones. Vieira should be loaned out later on, just subbed. Paid 35 million. I can't see Arsenal paying 35 million and loaning him. That's the problem. Yeah, I think Stones is done, people. I rate Stones. Stones, I think, listen, he's the best English centre-back, for sure. And he can play. He can play football. Not many English centre-backs could play for Pep and stay in his team for that long. John Stone's a class centre-back. There was a time Arsenal were being linked with him, and I was like, yeah, I'll take him. Yeah, he's done his hammy. He's off. Cold night. Might not have warmed up properly. Trossard's making man pull their hammy, man. You know what I mean? He's off. Limps off the pitch. He's tweaked his hammy by the look of it. That'll be a week or two out, I would imagine. Stones is legit for sure. He is done. Don't need a... I told you, man. I do not want us to draw this game. We do not need a midweek replay against Manchester City at the Emirates. We don't want to be playing them 4 times in a season. Trossard dancing out there. Laporte's coming on. He's bringing on Laporte. I think Diaz has been out for a while, so maybe Laporte is a little bit more match fit. I'm Merrick Laporte coming on. That's facts. Big C Perfectionist said, "You're creative with your words and jokes. Keep it up, bro. Big up, bro." You have to be entertaining when you're an Arsenal fan, because anything can happen. You can only hear the Arsenal fans. What a lame fan base they have. My volume is so low, I can't really hear it. I can hear a bit of noise. I couldn't even tell you what team it is. But apparently, Arsenal fans are running the Etihad. 2 minutes added on. We're over the 2 minutes. I think the ref's going to blow for half-time any second. Can we score before half-time? Xhaka finds Kieran Tierney. Trossard down the line. Goes out for a throw. I think the ref... Is he going to blow for half-time? No, he's letting us take the throw. Smash the likes, people. 3,400 of you in the chat. 48 of you on Twitch as well. Big up to everyone tuned in. Really appreciate the support. Let's get 3,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And the new Curtis Shaw TV Clips channel is pinned in the comments. Get subscribing on there. Gabriel, ball over the top. Goes out for a throw-in. Brio said Xhaka needs to talk holding. That used to be me. Yeah, I know. Definitely used to be him trying to fight everyone. Arsenal fans dominating in terms of the noise. I love it. Love to see it. Love to see it, people. Love to see it. People saying I missed 2 super chats. Did I miss 2 super chats? I thought I saw them all. Here's Eddie in the corner. Crosses it, and that's a terrible cross. It's out for a goal kick. That'll be half-time. As soon as the goalkeeper kicks it. Trossard's the only attacking threat for us so far. Wasim, just hold on. Man said just hold on with Bob Balding, Drake. Going home, man. Get yourself home, bro. Get yourself home. Just give him the shampoo and tell him, see you Monday. You'll be leaving on Tuesday before the deadline. Bolton have called. They want you on loan. Go get yourself home. That's one super chat. I can't see the other one. Apologies if I've missed it. Half-time whistle goes, people. Half-time whistle goes. Manchester City 0. Arsenal 0. Positives of the first half. Interesting game. Let me get the tweet out. Interesting game. Neither side playing great. If we can step up our intensity and keep the ball better, we can win. Couple subs might be needed second half. For me, you know, the likes of Odegaard are definitely going to be needed. But not bad, not bad. I'll take it. When I saw that team, I thought, you know, it could be a long night at the office. So not the end of the world, that is for sure. Let's see what people are saying. Caicedo. Anything on Caicedo, people? I just see something from South London. Trossard reminds me of Nasri. Very, very... Samir Nasri was a top player. We didn't have him for long enough, unfortunately. Big up Lawrence. That low centre of gravity, ability to dribble, shoot with both feet. Definitely similarities. Shaka looks at Rob Holding with second half embarrassment. I cannot believe I was as bad as you. Ah, dear me. Rastaman said his mum can't believe Holding is still an Arsenal player. She thought he left. I thought he left. Just subscribe, says Buenos Aires. Gonna big up yourself. Like I said, people. Let me just share the screen for anybody wondering. Curtis Shaw TV Clips channel live and direct. Who remembers that one? ESR. Tell him, are you fit, bruv? In America, man said, yeah, I'm fit, man. You know what I mean? We never seen this guy for the rest of the season. And I think this that tells you the story of what this channel is going to be. I can't lie. It's going to be as shameless as anything. That is for sure. So get yourself subscribed. Curtis Shaw TV Clips. Big up to everyone who has so far, people. Man City don't look great. Man City don't look great. Are they out of form? Are these two teams not that bothered about the FA Cup? I'm kind of looking at it like that as well. Are these two teams kind of going through the motions and kind of holding back a little bit? Because, I mean, I'm just looking at it here. Big up to everyone who's subbed. I'm just looking at it here. Manchester City play against Tottenham on Thursday, I believe. Yeah, Man City go away to Tottenham this Thursday in the league. So they've got less recovery time than us, and it's a tough game away from home, although maybe not that tough actually, but on paper it looks tough. It feels like both teams are going through the motions, to be honest. They can definitely be got at, Manchester City. They can be got at. And we need to be the ones who get at them and punish them, you know? So it's there to be won. It's there to be won. City don't look great. They don't look overly motivated for this game. The clips are legendary. Yeah, man, just trying to... What I need to do as well is filter back through the old streams. You know, there's been some crazy stuff going off, of course, on this channel in the past. So I need to kind of spend half a day going back through the old streams. The Buendia one, the Villarreal one. There's loads. And get some of the classics out as well, you know. It's like watching two blokes fight. Neither one quite knows what they're doing. Yeah, man, they you know, like they're both drunk. They both look drunk. None of them, they're both swinging. None of them can hit each other. That's what we're doing right now. But do you know what? If you offered me 0-0 at half time, I would have taken it because we're still in the game. I know that Pep Guardiola will be frustrated with that. And it tells me that we can beat them. I would take Rob Holding off at half-time. Some of you may think that's harsh. I don't think it is. In my opinion, he's going to get sent off. He's trying to have a wrestling match with Haaland. He doesn't even have to. Holding literally living up to his name. He won't stop holding him. I would take Rob Holding off at half-time. Bring on Saliba or Kivior if you really want to give Saliba a rest, not a lift. And in the second half, I would keep an eye on Fabio Vieira and Tierney. Those two in particular are struggling. Vieira just not able to influence the game enough. I think he is a good player, but the adjustment seems difficult for him at the moment. And Odegaard presses, gets on the ball so much more. Sometimes you realise how good and important a player is once they're not in the team. You know, no disrespect. You watch Vieira and you think, damn, how good is Odegaard? You know, and you watch Tierney, even though Tierney's a very good defender, you realise how good Zinchenko is on the ball. They're just showing you the highlights of Trossard, by far our best player in that first half. Creates two good opportunities. The shot from Tomiyasu created by him. He has two. He's been the best player on the pitch so far. Trossard was class. Vieira needs the minutes. But the thing is that there ain't many opportunities to give him minutes. Europa League, we can probably give him the minutes. I don't think that restarts for us until the end of Feb, beginning of March. So where's he going to get the football? Odegaard's in such good form, he isn't going to play in the Premier League. Told you Trossard is class. Yeah, he's been brilliant so far. Alfred, thank you for the super chat, bro. Is Vieira even playing? I actually want to see Gabby on the right to run at Ake on his stronger foot and Saliba in. Try the new guy. Holding is trash. A few people have said this about Saka and Martinelli. In games where they're struggling, should they swap sides and just run directly at them? But you look at it now, most teams play with a right footer on the left wing, a left footer on the right wing, so that the player can cut inside, which is interesting how everyone does that. But we need more from Vieira. Listen, as I said, I'm all for people having time to settle into a club, but we also have to see more from them. He's been here long enough to start seeing more. That mistake from Holding where he misses the ball. I mean, he says that Haaland pushes him, but there's not a lot in it. Ibby said we've been really good. We're keeping this City first team quiet. Get Saliba on and we can easily win this. Trossard has been fantastic. Ian Wright showing you again the service up to Haaland. Not good enough from Manchester City. I don't think they've learnt how to use him properly yet, which sounds crazy when you think the guy's got like 25 goals. But I just don't think they're used. You got to understand, Pep Guardiola is just keep the ball, recycle, move, get down the sides, pull it back, tapping. That was kind of their football with no striker. Now you've got a 6'4" striker making a run saying, give me the damn ball, play the ball early. It almost goes against everything that Pep Guardiola does. So there is an adjustment period there. Arsenal can win this game. The most positive thing about this game is that Arsenal can win this game. We've got good players that can come off the bench. Saka's had a very quiet half. Nathan Ake got tight to him. They've doubled up on him. Haven't got the ball to him quick enough. Eddie's hold-up's been good. Hasn't been able to get a decent opportunity yet so far. But Trossard's been fantastic. I would say keep giving him the ball. The young lad, Lewis at right back, he bombs on and leaves Trossard a lot of space. And then the centre-back seems to get drawn across. And then Trossard's getting a lot of joy there. Cangeli said, big up Kurt, I think I'm in love with Trossard for 20 million. Looks like a bargain. It looks like a bargain. Need to make some changes. Can't lose. Out for drinks with Liverpool and Chelsea supporters later today. Hey, we need to win and then you control them on the night outs. They'll have to buy the drinks. Vieira needs to do more, 100%. For 35 million, I'm not seeing enough. Creative player. Needs to get between the lines, get on the ball, be brave. Creative players have to be brave, you know. South London's finest, Moises Caicedo is in talks with Brighton and Roberto De Zerbi in order for them to let him leave, reports Fabrizio Romano on YouTube. Big up for the update. Listen, as I said earlier, Caicedo has got a new agent. When you get a new agent at the start of a window, it's usually because you're planning on leaving and you feel that this agent gives you a better opportunity of getting out of the club. They're saying he may put a transfer request in after the game at the weekend. Brighton play against Liverpool. It's an unbelievable opportunity for him. You know, I was reading his story today. Genuinely come from poverty, you know. 10 siblings, poor household. He's managed to get himself in the Prem. He's on 15 grand a week at Brighton, which obviously is still big money. But can you imagine, you've grown up in poverty with 10 brothers and sisters, no money. At 21 years of age, you got an opportunity to go to Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in the world. We'll probably give him 80, 90 grand a week. He's going to want that move. And personally, as I said earlier, 80 million is too much, but I would pay it. I don't care. I would pay it. Somebody like him, with Trossard, we've already seen the impact that Trossard's having. This is the best team we're going to play against. Imagine how good he'll look when we're playing Southampton and, you know, lesser teams as well. So I would pay the money. I would genuinely pay the money. He will be our first Ecuadorian. I hope we get the deal done. I really do. B said we should allow Tierney to do his own bombing down the left, make Trossard cut inside while sticking Xhaka to the centre of the pitch. Yeah, I suppose you have to adjust slightly, you know, to different left backs. Zinchenko and Tierney are totally different. Bob said, you're making me cry. Get him to the carpet. Statue in 10 years. Bro, I read the article. Man literally grew up in poverty. This move, he's going to, I think he will. It was interesting. De Zerbi said in his press conference today that he spoke to him as a father rather than as a manager. I would imagine that Caicedo's pleading with him and saying, listen, man, please, let him move. Obviously, De Zerbi's lost Trossard. He ain't going to want to lose him. He's probably saying, wait until the end of the season and 3 or 4 clubs will be in for you because, Liverpool will link with him, but they don't have the money now. So he's probably telling him, be patient till the summer and more clubs will want you. But he's thinking, listen, anything can happen in football. Injury, loss of form. Will Arsenal get it done? The next bid's going to be interesting. We've offered 60, they've rejected it. What do we go back with now? Apparently they want 75 to 80. Will we just go in and say, right, 75 mil, give him to us. We're not here to mess about. Or will we go 65, 67, something like that? It's going to be interesting, that next offer, to see where we're at in terms of, whether we're desperate to get him in or not. Let's see. But yeah, it's an interesting first half for sure. I'm just trying to get the stats up. I think City have had a lot more possession than we have, but they haven't created much. I actually think City were quite poor in that first half. Who's coming off for Caicedo? I mean, it's going to be Granit, innit? Granit is the one that you would bring in, if anything. Who comes out, sorry. You would bring Granit out. So that's the one that you would bring out. But as I was saying earlier, would Caicedo even play ahead of Xhaka just simply because of the role that he plays, Holding making me laugh. The nutcase trying to hurt Haaland. Done okay to be fair, but got to take him off now, surely. He has to come off at half time. I'm sorry. I haven't got time to watch Holding get sent off because that's what's going to happen if we continue to keep him on the pitch. Saka has been fine. No, I think Saka's been quiet today. I really think so. I think Saka can play better than that. It's not all his fault. He's not getting the ball early, but I think Saka's had a quiet game. I'm not just going to cap. I love Saka. He's not at his very, very best today. But it's not easy because people know how good he is now. So everyone doubles up on him. Nathan Ake's getting tight on him. And your boy Grealish is dropping back on him as well. So it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. Saliba is on. Please. Yes! Hold on. Sambi's on. No! Oh, no. Sambi's on. He's took Thomas Partey off. Wow, he's going mad. I get it. I do get it. You don't want him to get injured, but boy. Maybe you've gone a bit too far with that one. Sambi is on. Saliba is on. You've gone too far, man. You've gone too far, Mikel. I asked for Saliba. I didn't ask for Sambi, my brother. I did not ask for Sambi. Let me tell you that one. It is what it is, man. Oh, man. What can we do? Oh, well, there's always the Europa League. Listen, if we win this game, fair play. Sambi, they did say he was the new Yaya Toure, so maybe he'll feel like Yaya Toure in the Manchester City Stadium. Is it end the stream, Dave settings? I don't know. I don't know, people. Sambi is on. And Saliba is on. It looks like Thomas Partey has come off. And Rob Holding is off. Rob Holding should be getting sold. I'm sorry. He is not good enough. Partey and Holding off. Sambi and Saliba on. Listen, Sambi. Just one performance. That's all I'm asking for. One. Just one. We've questioned you a lot this season. I just want one performance, my brother. That's all I'm asking for. One performance. City are not at their best. Stephen Guna Jacob with the super chat. We're missing Odegaard badly. That's why Saka is quiet. He does link with him well on that side, don't he? He does link with him well. Second half is underway. Second half is underway, people. Yeah, he links with him in that little right-hand channel. He hasn't got that. Vieira's not on the ball enough. Big up Stephen with the super chat. Aryan said Saka plays better when Odegaard is passing the ball to him early. I totally agree with both of you. Oh, we're in trouble early doors. Ball looking for Jack Grealish. Tomiyasu does well, gets pushed. It's a goal kick. Yep, fair play. Well done there. Tomiyasu. It's going to be an interesting second. If we beat Manchester City with Sambi on the pitch, trust me, they've done it because it's the Man City ground. They want him to feel like Yaya Toure. And we're better to do it than at this ground. Listen, I know I've said a lot of things about Sambi, and I have, but the beauty of football, people, is we are fickle as football fans. Let's keep it 100. We're fickle. I wanted Granit Xhaka out of this club for 5 years. Now I like him. Do you know what I mean? Sambi can turn things around. It can start tonight. If Sambi puts a great performance in tonight, all of a sudden, high player ratings, plays another game, does well, he's getting praised all of a sudden, and the whole opinion changes. So football is a very fickle sport as fans. We don't rate you when you're playing bad. We rate you when you're playing good. Tomiyasu kicks the ball out for a corner. And the referee gives a goal kick. I'm telling you, this ref, man, this ref. Partey might already be injured. Well, that's the other thing. Let's hope they're only bringing him off because he needs a rest, not because he's injured. Because if he's injured, it's madness. It's absolute madness. I've always rated him. That's what I'll be saying about Sambi. You know how the ting goes already, people. You know how the ting goes already. Curtis, you're setting Bambi up, says James One. I'm trying to support him here, bro. I'm trying to be positive. The ref is on something strong. I don't mind, man. I don't mind. Andre Santos said it. I remember that performance against Chelsea, though, from Andre Santos, where he bagged against Peter Cech. That's all we're looking for, Sambi. 1. If Sambi scores, I'm going to lose my head. I really will. My head will roll off. Throw into Arsenal. Shoot in the way of the fans this half, so I'm sure they'll be motivated. I hope Thomas Partey is not injured. That's all I'm saying. I hope. Please tell me Thomas Partey is not injured, because we cannot afford to have him out for any point of this season. C-Unit, we're shameless, man. Tell them. We don't mess about. Man City on the ball. Jack Grealish. He'll fall over in 3. There we go. Oh, it's embarrassing. Knew he was going to fall over. Headband was loose. I think he's all right. I think he's all right, Partey. I don't think there's injury. I'm looking here online. Partey. Oh, hold on. Someone just said something here. Is Partey. Ball over the top. Tomiyasu does well there. I've just seen a tweet about Partey. I need to see that. It's come off the screen. Please don't tell me he's injured. If he's injured, I'm having a meltdown. Didn't look obviously injured. We'll see. Walked down the tunnel and sat down with the subs. He's fine, people. He's fine. He's fine. He's all right. Apparently, he walked out with the subs with his coat on and just sat down. If he was injured, he wouldn't be doing that. He should be fine. So Thomas Partey should be all right. Holding's head had gone. So obviously, he got took off. If he's injured, Caicedo price goes up. Nah, I think he's all right. I think he's fine. Jashar, big up, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Hope you're well. Said, big up, Curtis. Rob passed the Haaland test. No goals conceded. New contract income. I'm telling you, Mikel might be delighted with that performance from Rob Holding. Yeah, you did well. You roughed him up. You hurt him. He didn't score. Saliba, though, now, brother, you're going to see levels. Good play there by Tierney. Much better. Got to see more from Fabio Vieira. Honestly, not seeing enough from him. Here he is on the ball. Gets clipped by Mahrez. Free kick to Arsenal on the halfway line. Jay, relax. Man said Partey's got a curfew. Let's not speak too much. Dear. Simba Lokonga. Yeah, man. That's how he's got to move today. I want a Bossa guard. That would be a good link-up. I feel like those two would link up well. Odegaard and Trossard. Good play by Sambi there. Not Sambi. Saliba. Tucky said, Curtis, what do you think of Sean Dyche, new manager at Everton? I'm not happy with that because they'll be a harder team when we play them next week. You know Sean Dyche, oh yeah, we eat bricks and we eat nails for breakfast. He'll be on all that. 4-4-2. Sambi loses the ball. Here we go. City on the counter-attack. Haaland makes the run. Kevin De Bruyne looking for Haaland. Tomiyasu gets barged over by him. Saliba, come on, bro. You see that? Man dashed over Tomiyasu. Saliba said, bro, what do you think this is? You think you're strong, Haaland? Relax, you little robot. I can handle this. I told you, we got Rocky Balboa here going to Russia to fight Drago. Adrian! He can win this fight, bro, I'm telling you. Bambi is back in full effect, giving the ball away. Here's Jack Grealish, Gucci Gang Grealish, the Boohoo Man model. Sean Dyche eats nails for breakfast, 100%. He eats concrete for dessert, people. And, you know his game is just going to be direct. 4-4-2. No messing about. He's going to make life difficult for us. Frank Lampard's Everton was the easiest 3 points you could get in the Premier League. Sean Dyche will make it hard. De Bruyne whips it in, looking for Haaland. Punched away by Matt Turner, who does well there. City have started this half lively. Here's Mahrez on the right-hand side. No Partey, no party. Do the Sean Dyche voice here. It's got to come, you know, it happens naturally. I can't force it, you know. I'm sure it'll turn up again. Man City with Lewis. Right hand side, drills it across the box, hits the near post side netting and goes out for a goal kick to the Gunners. Chris Wood and Sam Vokes have been linked to Everton. You know what's going to go on at Everton. He'll turn them into a B-Tech Burnley. They'll probably stay up now, though. I can't lie. When you're in a relegation battle, Sean Dyche, that man will keep you in the division. It won't be pretty, it won't be glamorous, but it'll get you fourth bottom, and that's all they need right now. They was looking at Bielsa. Bielsa would have got them man relegated. You think Everton can do them training sessions? You need a full pre-season just to get prepared for Bielsa's kind of training sessions. Sambi versus Kevin De Bruyne, it's over. Well, we survived 45 of holding against Haaland. And honestly, Fabio Vieira. What I used to say about Odegaard is what I now think about Fabio Vieira. That brother is soft. Gets a little tap, limping around. Oh, ref, he hurt my foot. Get out, man. This ain't the Portuguese league, bruv. This is Man City away. What's going on? Just take him off. What's this break in play for now? Matt Turner's injured. Oh, no. Now we got to bring on Rambo. He's hurt his shoulder. Now we got no cover in goal. Shoulder mash-up. Matt Turner's injured. Randy, big up, bro. Long time. Saka choking in the big games against Manchete. You better relax with that kind of slander. Man came out, did the Superman. Superman that, I mean you. Man did the you. Soldier boy up in it. Oh, you. Man did the you and mashed up his shoulder. Man's out injured now. Trying to do Soldier Boy videos. Now you mash up your shoulder. Ramsdale thinks he's got a night off. Water bottle and a tracksuit. Now the brother's got to warm up and come on. It's all long. Look at these man drinking Prime on the touchline. It's all mad. I don't know if there's actually Prime in there. I would imagine it's water, but they're using the Prime bottle. Obviously, Prime sponsor Arsenal. Yeah, Randy, man, relax with all that choking thing, man. Saka scored against Tottenham. All right, it was own goal, but he caused it. And he scored against United. Relax. Big boy baller, man. Relax on herself. Nicholas, I think Holding needs a brain transplant as well after seeing him in the first half. I told you, man, forget the hair. They should have dipped into the brain as well. I'm convinced there's rice pudding in there. I don't even think there's no jam in there. Just pure rice pudding. Cold rice pudding as well. It's all mad. Big C, I saw ASR injured. Would you sell him? Nah, give him another year. You ain't going to get no money for him now anyway. He's always injured. Grealish gets the ball out wide. Mahrez, one-on-one with Saliba. Into the penalty area. Mahrez, great ball. De Bruyne, good save by Turner. Recovered very quickly there. He's recovered from his Soldier Boy backup dancer rehearsal that he just did 2 minutes ago. And luckily his shoulder's all right. Partey's not injured, people. I think he's all right. They must have planned he was only going to play 45 minutes. Listen, big up Turner, man. He's improved. I can't lie. I was doing him dirty calling him Tina Turner. We're definitely calling him Matt Turner now. He's earned that right. Listen, I give Rob Holding one bit of credit. You kept Haaland out for 45 minutes. That's the positive. The negative, you was going to get sent off if you stayed on for another 20. Ball whipped in by Mahrez, looking for Haaland, who barges into Turner. Turner grabs his leg. Man said, listen. I said, what, bruv? Man said, he's a robot. Let's leave it. You know what I mean? You don't fight with that robot. It's all mad. Is Sambi playing for City, says Vernon. Maybe he thinks he's playing for Belgium. Centre mid with Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne tried to whip it across. Good save by Turner. Wasn't a great ball, really, from De Bruyne. Nathan Ake wins the header. Double substitution for Manchester City. Pep, he's not messing around. 11 minutes into the second half. Double change for Pep Guardiola. Who is coming on? Alvarez and Kyle Walker. Probably the fastest right back in the world and the World Cup winning striker. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Hopefully he takes Haaland off. He probably won't. He'll probably move Alvarez wide. Walker will come on probably for Lewis. Because Trossard was getting joy. Arjen said Sambi making Holding look world class. City on the ball. Go on, press Eddie. Go on, lad. Go on. Don't let him out. Don't let him out. Here's a Kanji. Don't foul him, Trossard. Cut the line off. Well done. That's not a foul. It's half his size, ref. Now I don't like this ref. I have never rated this ref. He's a disgrace. All right, he was all right first half, but that's gone out the window. City substitution. 12 minutes into the second half. Let's see who they take off. Julian Alvarez comes on. Mahrez comes off, which I thought they might have took Grealish off, although he has looked the better probably of their two wing. Lewis comes off. I mean, Lewis had a tough first half against Trossard. So you just bring on Kyle Walker. They are genuinely a cheat. They are a cheat club. It's a cheat code. How can you bring on players like this? It's not even fair. Kyle Walker's been one of the best right backs in world football. Alvarez was one of the stars of that Argentina World Cup winning team. And you just bring in these men off the bench. They've still got Bernardo Silva on the bench and Ruben Diaz, man. It's not fair. I think we need to now be reactive. Be proactive, sorry, not reactive. Fabio Vieira's struggling. Take him off, get Odegaard on the pitch. Give us that little bit of creativity. Listen, this squad is outrageous, but Sambi looks for Saka there. It's offside. Haaland offside, I think. Free kick to Arsenal. He's sticking with two up top. Yeah, I just noticed that Man City have gone two up top. Looks like De Bruyne's on the right. Grealish on the left. Gundogan and Rodri in the middle. He did used to play right wing. Anyway, here's a chance. Fabio Vieira with the volley. Puts it wide. Finally, we have a shot. Long ball up to Eddie Nketiah. Loses the header. But that's better. Laporte doesn't even know he's heading it. It hits him on the back of the head. That's better from Fabio Vieira. Go and get the second ball. Edge of the box. 25 yards out. Have a shot. Doesn't go far wide. If that goes in the top corner. Oh, Granit. That's a horrible first touch. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. The problem with De Bruyne playing right wing, he is going to spam crosses in for Haaland now. Here's Sambi Lokonga fouled. Free kick to Arsenal. Just inside their own half. Take a touch. Yeah, maybe. Maybe he didn't think he had the time. I want Odegaard on now. I want Odegaard on. City fans were booing their own subs. Honestly, they are becoming the most spoilt football fans in the world. Seriously, man. Why? Like, these men were in League One playing against Gillingham. They've won 4 of the last 5 Premier Leagues. And these men are booing their team for what? They're 0-0 and they're booing. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Sambi isn't a good footballer. I'm just trying to reserve judgment till the end of the game. You know my opinion of him, but let's just see. I haven't seen the guy play for a while. He doesn't look great on the ball, let's be honest. Broad said City fans becoming Arsenal fans in the previous decade. when you're used to winning, it's very difficult when things... But if this is them thinking things are going wrong, they should experience, you know, finishing 8th like we have in the last few years. Saliba, quality on the ball. Arsenal look much better on the ball now. Saliba. Out wide to Vieira. Very good touch there. It was a tough pass. Big up Loz Incredible with the super chat. Reports are that after watching Bambi play, Stan Kroenke has released the $80 million to bid for Caicedo. Oh, man, listen, let's see. We need strength in depth. We need options. Saliba looking for Eddie. Loses out to Laporte. Finds Jack Grealish. Here come Manchester City, left-hand side. Edge of the penalty area. Gundogan. And he goes out for a goal kick to Arsenal. It's a very slow game. I think if Stan doesn't know Sambi, you probably don't. I think if you offered me 0-0 after 60 minutes, I would have taken it. Because I'd be saying, right, 30 minutes to go, make a couple of changes and nick this game 1-0. Honestly, if we could win this, it would be big. Not just because of the FA Cup, just for the psychological effect it would have on Pep. Look at Saliba. The guy's just pure class. Pure class. Calm on the ball. They're pressing him. Yeah, you're right, Cliffo. I do not want a replay. I really don't want a replay. Ball over the top. Nathan Ake clears. Here's Fabio Vieira. Can we get some possession? Look forward, Sambi. Be brave. Does well. Saka loses the ball, man. Saka has not been great tonight, you know. Honestly, he hasn't. Brio said, if I were playing in this game, who would I trust to pass to or with a pass? Probably 4 players currently, but honestly, loose first touches everywhere. Listen, we've got to trust them. We've got no choice. Sambi, ball over the top. Not bad. Vieira wins a throw-in. Arsenal starting to build slowly. We need just that little bit more. Saka, step it up a little bit more. Get Trossard on the ball. Vieira, be brave, get on the ball. Sambi, pass the ball forward. This game is there to be won. A cheeky 1-0 at the Etihad on a Friday night. Pep would be losing his mind. I'm telling you. Imagine if Sambi scores the winner. If Sambi scores the winner, oh my days. Be crazy. But here's Gabriel. Finds William Saliba on the halfway line. When will Arteta make a substitution? Saka, poor first touch. Has to do better than that. You're playing against City, they'll punish us. Saka's been poor tonight. I'm sorry, we can starboy him all we like. He gets the praise when he's on it. He is not playing well tonight. His first touch is off. I don't know what's wrong with him. Ake seems to be in his head. If Sambi scores, I'm going nuts. What happens if this game ends as a draw? Replay next week. Do not want that. Do not want another game. Our squad is stretched already. I don't want to have to play Man City 4 times in a season. Yeah, they are targeting him, but every team now will target Saka. That's the reality of being a top player. Top players get doubled up on. Maybe he is tired. If he's tired... Oh, Man City at the post! Long shot. Turner was beaten. Grealish up against Tomiyasu. Finds Nathan Ake on his right foot. Scores! Manchester City take the lead, of all people to score. Nathan Ake slots it into the bottom corner with his right foot. Poor defending. And, I mean, it's a great finish for a centre-back. Side foots it in the far corner. And you know what? How much you betting we make the substitutions now? How much you bet? Look, Pep's happy now. Look how easy that is. Ball into him. Turns, shoots. Who's going to close down Alvarez? Grealish. 2 players on him. 2 players. Both get drawn to the ball. Oh, that is horrible defending. Absolutely horrible. Nobody closes Alvarez down. Hits the post. Sambi comes over. And Saka. Saka's there with him. Leaves Nathan Ake. No one marking Ake. That is a shocking goal there. I think that's terrible defending. No one marking him. It's so easy. It's so easy. People aren't even doing anything. Awful goal to concede, man. Such a soft goal to concede. Some of these squad players aren't good enough. No, I told you, Dinner. I told you. We can see that's bringing Trossard off. He's been our best player. Oh, my days. Am I missing something here, people? Am I missing something? He's been our best player. What the hell are you taking him off for? Zinchenko's on. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, I'm glad. Why are you taking off the guy that's been our best player? Martinelli's on. Zinchenko's on. Who's he come on for? I would have took Saka off. I love Saka. He's been one of our best players this season, of course. He's not at it. Vieira's on and Trossard's not. Preserving Trossard. Bakayo Shocker, get him off for Martinelli. Trossard might need a... I mean, he didn't play for a couple of weeks. So maybe it is that. He has been our best player. Yeah, maybe he hasn't got 90 minutes in him yet. Anyway, Xhaka whips it in. Eddie Nketiah should have scored. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How's he not scored that? How has he not scored that, Eddie? What a chance. Is he on? He's miles on. Does Laporte nick that in front of Eddie, or does Eddie put that wide? Great ball in, Xhaka. I think Laporte touches that. Oh, man, that's a chance. Broad said, bro, I'm telling, man, about Eddie, fam. It's a corner. Laporte got his foot on it, I think. I think he would have scored that, but it is good defending. Oh, man. People are moaning about Sambi on the goal. Was he not marking? I didn't even notice him on it. I'll double check. Corner. Saka to take it. Whips it in. Goalkeeper collects it. It's not a good corner. It's too easy for him. You got to whip that with more pace. This Ortega looks decent in goal for them. I haven't really watched him play. Sakin said, I'm done, Big C. Can't watch any more of this tonight. Was a forfeit from the start. I think you have to really question, don't you? Has Arteta really turned up here with the attitude of winning this game? You played Rob Holding. You took Partey off at half-time. It doesn't scream out that I'm trying to win this game. He could have made the team stronger at half-time and thought, you know what? Man City are not playing that well. Let me get the better of them here and beat them. Instead, you've made us a little bit worse. Here's Saka up against Ake. He's got no joy out of him today. That's a good ball into Tomiyasu. Should have gone back out there. It's gone back into the busy part of the pitch. Saka does well. Good ball out wide. Martinelli up against Kyle Walker. Zinni on the overlap. Whips it in. Oh, headed away by Laporte. Come on! Zinni with the great crossfield pass. Got to get Odegaard on next. Tomiyasu right hand side. Whips it in. Eddie Nketiah. Oh, the touch gets away from him. Oh, Xhaka heads it out wide. De Bruyne. Oh my God, how's he kept that in? How has he kept that in? Be brave, man. Martinelli gets kicked on his leg by Haaland. Ah, Zinchenko nutmegs. Haaland, take that, boy. Young boy, man, take your medicine. Little nutmeg on the robot. Zinni, I told you, man, I love Zinni, man. I'm sorry. He's so good on the ball. Man said, Haaland, what? I've won 4 Premier Leagues. Take your meg and move, bro. Arsenal get in possession. It's just a shame we have to go 1-0 down before we start to play. And didn't I say it? As soon as Man City scored, oh, I bet Arteta makes substitutions now. Within 2 minutes, he's bringing players on. Why are you waiting? You know, why wait? Why not just go and get the game won? But here's what it is. Arsenal on the attack. Granit Xhaka down this left-hand side. Poor cross. Poor cross. Cleared away. Trust the boss. Zinni is filthy. Here's Sambi Lokonga. Finds Granit. Martinelli on the outside of Kyle Walker. He's offside. That's basics. You're looking across the line, Gabby. You should not be clapping him either, Arteta. Honestly, even in semi-professional football, right, managers go crazy at that. You're looking across the line as the winger and you're offside. It's basics. But anyway, Raul said, honestly, bro, I'm not that bothered. Let's focus on the Prem. Listen, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And I said that from before the game. But once the game's here, I want us to win it. Do you know what I mean? I want us to win the game. Haaland hasn't even done anything, really. De Bruyne hasn't done anything, yet we're still 1-0 down. It's frustrating. It was a goal we didn't need to concede. But anyway, the crazy thing is, if we draw this game, it's not even a great result. I don't want to replay against Man City next week. I'd rather, we need to win the game. Sambi's getting on the ball. He's just a lot of sideward, backward passes, Saka again loses the ball. Honestly, he's having a poor game tonight. Here's Haaland in space, middle of the pitch, out wide to Kevin De Bruyne. 1 into the Etihad is respectable. That mentality don't work for me. It is, but we're trying to finish above them this season. If we were just trying to get fourth and we lost 1-0 to City, we go, well, they're just far too good for us. We can't beat them. We're above them in the league. We're trying to send out a message. It isn't the end of the world, but because of how Man City have played, it's frustrating because we shouldn't be losing. We should at least be on level terms at the moment. Cap said Saka never gets subbed. I don't know why. I know he's built up that reputation that he's a top player, and I understand that. But he looks a little bit tired today. He doesn't even look that energetic for us, really. So surely sometimes you just got to take him off and say, not tonight, have a rest. You got the rest of the week to recover. We're above them this season. We need to show it. When Liverpool were top of the league and they were trying to take the title off City, they were coming here and going crazy with Mane and Salah and them, man. Going for their neck. Here's Martinelli up against Kyle Walker. Always tough against Walker, man. Saka can have a rest, but he won't take him off. And I doubt he's going to bring Marquinhos on for him. Here's Saliba. 18 minutes to go. FA Cup 4th round, people. Manchester City 1. Arsenal 0. Nathan Ake, of all people. Ake and Saltfish with the goal. Good finish, to be fair. Sambi spraying long passes. Hey, are you that? Are you? Yaya Toure. Reborn. Here's Saka. Up against Ake. Whips it in. Oh, doesn't find Eddie. I like that from Sambi. He's trying. We need more, but it's not bad. That's how bad it is, I'm getting excited by a pass. But we're trying. We're trying to support him. Come on, lads. Show Pep's team what we're about, man. We're not just going to roll over and get our bellies tickled. They haven't even played well. They've still got Bernardo Silva and Cancelo and Diaz on the bench. No Foden in the squad. This ain't even Man City's full team. Ederson's on the bench. I know we're not at full strength either. If you chuck Zinni from the start, Saliba from the start, Partey's come off. But still. Come on, boys. Yeah, we have. Surely we got subs left, haven't we? I think you can make subs on, 3 occasions? Or is it... Well, Tomiyasu's not helping Saka. Here is... Akanji, who I think has looked very good tonight, I've got to be honest. That was a good switch from Sambi. No, they're having a scrap there, Gabriel and Haaland. I actually think Arsenal have done all right against Haaland. I know Holding got a bit too physical with him. But Gabriel has done well there. Speaking of subs, everyone sub to this channel and the Clips channel too. Saka is off. Wow. I agree with it though. Odegaard comes on. The only thing is we ain't got a lot of pace on that right now. Odegaard on for Saka, people. Personally, I'd have took Vieira off as well. But anyway, it is what it is. We're a bit lopsided now. We've got no pace on the right. Vieira's very lucky to still be on the pitch. Kevin De Bruyne's off for Bernardo. Obviously, Manchester City play Tottenham away on Thursday. We play Everton next weekend. We've got a little bit more time off, which is why I kind of thought we might have gone a little bit stronger than them. But it is what it is. We have got 16 minutes to go. It doesn't feel like a league game, I can't lie. It doesn't have that same cutting edge to it and that kind of edginess about it. Everyone seems kind of relaxed on the pitch. But I still would be disappointed if we lost this game. I can't lie. Here's Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Turner's done well. He swept up well, come off the goal line quite quickly. The problem with Arsenal, what's really frustrating is we've created nothing really in this second half. Their goalkeeper's hardly had a save to make, and that's disappointing. Second choice goalkeeper, not really had a save to make in the second half. In the first half, couple of good saves from Trossard, but not enough. I think the key thing here is, as I said, it's them same two words, people. It's squad depth. It's squad depth. City have got 5-6 first-teamers on the bench at the start of this game. And the players they're bringing in are still top quality, you know. Ours is not the same. No disrespect. Holding for Saliba. Huge drop-off. Sambi for Thomas Partey, huge drop-off. And these are the problems, you know, where City are starting, you know, Gundogan and bringing on Bernardo Silva and bringing on Kyle Walker and stuff like that. So bringing on Laporte as well. So yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. So, you know, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, but maybe in terms of the lack of squad depth, maybe being out of the FA Cup is not the most negative of situations for us. Maybe we're actually not cut out to be in free competitions, really. Xhaka fouls Bernardo Silva. No need to foul him. Running the ball out of play there. Missing Jesus. Yeah, I don't think Eddie has had a lot of service. But it would be nice to have a plan B. You see Manchester City, they brought on Alvarez. We don't have that. I think we've done all right. I just think in the final third we've lacked that cutting edge. Maybe it's not having Odegaard. Saka's had a tough night. Doubled up on him most of the game. Looks a little bit leggy as well. Thought Trossard was a bright spot. Haven't seen enough from Fabio Vieira. I'm sorry. 35 million. A lot of hype around this guy. I've hardly seen him touch the ball in the second half. Free kick to Man City. Whipped in. Alvarez whips it in. Turner does well. Now, Turner has had a good game. I give Turner some credit. He has done well tonight. I would bring Marquinhos on for Vieira. At least he's a bit lively and he'll get at you and try and make something happen. But I've hardly seen Vieira touch the ball. 13 minutes to go. Can we create that one chance? We have genuinely, it doesn't feel like we've had a clear-cut chance in the whole game, really. Couple of half chances in the first half. But second half, this goalkeeper hasn't had no questions asked of him. Here's Jack Grealish on the halfway line. City dominating possession. Has he made 5 subs? I'm pretty sure we haven't. I could be wrong. Arsenal changes. We have made... Yeah, you're right, people. We've made 5. Yeah, Saliba for Holding, Sambi for Partey, Martinelli for Trossard, Zinni for Tierney, and Odegaard for Saka. So, yeah, forget the Marquinhos sub. Fabio Vieira's playing 90 minutes, and he's going through the motions. Have not seen enough. We don't shoot enough. We haven't tested this goalkeeper at all, but it's hard because City dominate possession. When you get the ball, you've got to have quality to punish them, and I think we've just been lacking that little bit tonight. Manchester City, 54% possession, 6 shots. Here's Grealish. Grealish is like a really good dribbling, ball retention winger. Doesn't necessarily get great end product and, you know, score that many goals, though. Yeah, Fabio, man. Not seeing him. He's a passenger. Need more from Vieira. Here we go on the ball. Martinelli, left-hand side. We have to create that chance. Marquinhos is an exciting player. Can we just quick sell Vieira, man, are saying? Nah, man, let's hope we can get something out of him. Kyle Walker, great header back to the goalkeeper there. Jazz said, hey, mate, trying to start a Leicester fan channel. Any advice? We are part of the More Away fans that go to every game. Any help or a shout out? We are More Leicester's TV. Hey, big up, man. Yeah, man, I'll shout out channels. Listen, just learn on the job is what I always say. You know, we all want to start off with the best camera, the best lighting, best mic. Just learn on the job. I started on my phone in the car. You know, so yeah, just get going. You'll learn on the job, man. But big up, man. All the best with your channel as well. Eddie's been okay. He's worked hard. It's that horrible shift when you're up front by yourself, no service, and you spend 75% of the game just running. It's that, you know. So, hey, it is what it is. Man are saying quick sell Vieira. It's all mad. FIFA settings. Cheers, mate. No worries, man. No worries. Today would have been the best game for Gabby Jesus. Hoping he can get one for him against Pep. He needs to settle some scores. Let's hope he's back for the league games, but I'm not sure. City strolling now. They're going through the motions, man. They know what it is. We can't get out of our own penalty area. We can't get out. Here's Tomiyasu. Clips it upfield. Finds Eddie. Does well. Odegaard, come on. Unlock that door for us, man. Finds Granit. Just one chance. Oh, man is saying the brother's baited, man. Nah, man. That's poor. Have I fell for that? Broads, man. The man's done me. Yeah. Oh. I'm not even going to block him. I respect the fact that I've fallen for that. That's poor from me. It's this Fabio Vieira performance. It's making me dizzy. I don't know what's going off. I feel like I've just come off a waltzers ride at a fairground or something. He's sending me dizzy, bro, and not for good reasons. I can't believe I've fallen for that. But anyway, we move. One time and one time only. Can't settle scores unless you score. Exactly. Here's Martinelli. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days. Dry cry, even tears. Yo, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. Fair play, though. Fair play. 8 minutes to go. I'm telling you, you drop this team off in Amsterdam with an American Express card, they still wouldn't score, people, you know. Put them in a brothel, they'd still miss. They're all over the place. 14 FA Cups, we good. Yeah, I didn't want that FA Cup anyway. I'm bored of that trophy, man. Sizzler Kalanje, yeah, yo! It is what it is, people. Enjoy your weekend anyway, man. It's Friday, people. It's Friday. We're chilling. Can we equalise? Can we create a chance? I don't think I've ever watched 45 minutes where we've basically not had a shot. We don't look like we can score, man. We look like we're going to play all night. Here's Fabio Vieira. Vieira will probably score after I've been dissing him. Have we had a shot on target in this half? Watching from Australia, 7:30 AM. Ball in the area, headed out. They're appealing for offside. It's a corner to Arsenal. Is it a goal kick? I think he's offside. No, it's a corner. Corner to the Gunners. Corner to the Gunners. Can we get a scrappy goal, people? Just a scrappy header. Get that therapy chair out. Nah, it's not, man. We're not going to do Arsenal therapy for this. Come on. Corner to Arsenal. 7 minutes to go. Let's get an equaliser, man, and then go on and win it. Ref stops play. I mean, look, I don't really want a replay. I've got to be honest. I'm hoping we can score now, and then I'm getting greedy. We try and win it. But a replay wouldn't be great for us, I can't lie. Corner to Arsenal. In swinging corner. Martinelli to take it. Whips it in. Oh, it's a good ball. It's headed away. Vieira finds Martinelli into the penalty area. Martinelli! Oh, it's blocked at the near post. Goes out for another corner. Good play by Martinelli there. Alfred, Arteta gets a 2 for me. Wanted to see Trossard, Martinelli, Saka and Odegaard playing. Saka needed a rest, but not for Vieira to play out wide. What are they doing there? They've took the corner short and ended up getting a throw-in. I don't know what they're doing. That was good play by Martinelli. Just needs to pick that pass out there. Vieira rocket from 40 metres out. I don't see it. I don't know if he could reach the goal from 40 metres. Needs to get on the leg weights, man. Jashar said, big up Kurtz. I think we done well. City look worried about us. It's definitely not the end of the world. How I will look at this game is, at full strength, at the Emirates, we can beat them in the league. There's nothing to be scared of. Yeah, they'll put a couple of other players in that didn't play tonight. But it's nothing to panic about. It's not Arsenal therapy. It's not meltdowns. I haven't really been shouting tonight. I understand what's going on. I do want to win the game, of course. I would love us to score 2 late goals now and send Pep into oblivion. But I'm not going to panic too much. You know, if we'd have lost 3-0 or something, I'd be going, what's the point in turning up and getting battered? But it's not the end of the world for me. I hope they get Liverpool in the next round as well. I want them to have fixture congestion all over the place. Here's Sambi Lokonga. This brother just won't play the ball forward. Caleb, Liverpool fan in the building. Big up. Treble dream is over. Listen, I'm more than happy. We'll take the double. Europa League and the title. We'll take that. Huge drop from Partey to Sambi. This is why we're trying to get Caicedo, people. Here come Arsenal. Granit Xhaka finds Martinelli. Oh, overhits the pass. He was offside, I think, anyway. I'm really shocked by this second half, how we haven't tested this goalkeeper. He was offside. He's a yard offside there. We've hardly... I don't think... Have we had a shot on target in this second half? Gareth said, Curtis, it's okay. We're letting them win a trophy this season because they ain't winning the league or the Champions League. Big up, Gareth. Appreciate the super chat. Arsenal on the ball. 3 minutes to go of normal time. Can we create anything? Odegaard does well. That's a foul, ref. Come on. Does well. Finds Granit Xhaka. We go over the halfway line. I still wouldn't mind a late equaliser. I know what I said about not wanting a replay, but I don't mind just to send Pep into head loss. Martinelli, lift your head up. Skips Kyle Walker into the penalty area. Chance. Ah, come on. Oh, Ortega gets the ball. This goalkeeper has been brilliant. Martinelli just dealt with Kyle Walker there. Oh, the pass. It just doesn't break. It just doesn't break. Maybe Arteta did that to push the Caicedo deal. It's been a strange game. You can tell that it's not a Premier League game. It just doesn't have that same feeling about it. I would have liked us to have won. You never know. 2 minutes to go. Can we get a late equaliser? But as I said, I'll be honest. I don't really want a replay, if I'm being totally honest. But hey, let's see. Just disappointing thing for me is that we haven't created much. You know, I wanted a bit of excitement. You know, a few good saves, hit the post, whatever. It does. It feels like one of them mid-season games when we went to Dubai. It's just I'm kind of laid back. The positive for me, I think we can beat them at home at full strength. I honestly do. I've looked at Man City teams over the years, Sané and Sterling and Aguero, and I've looked at their teams and I thought, they're just way too good for us. I'm looking at this Man City team. I'm thinking, do you know what? We can beat them at home. Granite there, you've got to find that through ball. Eddie could have been in there. It gets blocked. I think we can beat them at home in the Prem. I honestly do. So that's the positive we got to take from it. But you never know. Maybe there'll be a late equaliser. Walker looks a bit finished. No wonder that Rico Lewis been starting over him. He's getting on, isn't he? I don't think he is finished, though. Southern Goon, I hope you're well, my bro. I feel Vieira and Lokonga both need to be loaned out. The game is too fast for them. Their ability to process the game is worrying. £52 million for those two. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I've said before that Fabio Vieira, I see bits of quality with him, but ultimately I've seen bits of quality in an FA Cup game away at Oxford. I've played away at Oxford. Do you know what I mean? I'm expecting you to do it against better teams. At this moment in time, Fabio Vieira does not look like a good signing. Let's just say it as it is. He's still got time. He can still turn it around. But it's looking like a deal that was not good business. You know, £35 million for a player that can't get in our first team, that isn't excelling when he's playing, that doesn't get on the ball much. I would rather he was getting on the ball and trying to make things happen, trying to play the killer through ball, trying long shots. I could deal with that, because I'd say at least the bravery's there to get on the ball and he's trying to make something happen. He's just on the pitch doing nothing. And that for me gives me head loss. You know, I don't like what I'm seeing from him. Considering the price as well. And Sambi's just Sambi, bro. Like, let's be real. Sambi is not an Arsenal player. It is what it is. Brio said, first team, first half. Why are we holding our punches? Yeah. Should have brought Douglas Luiz over Fabio Vieira. Vieira is a softie. Ario said, facts. You said the same about Odegaard once. I did, but you know, even with Odegaard was having big games. It just wasn't always against the big team. So at least 50% of Odegaard, it was like, yo, Odegaard's balling. But then maybe when we played Liverpool at Anfield or we played City, he got bossed a little bit physically. At least he was halfway there. This brother Fabio, I'm not seeing it, people. Ability's not enough. Ability's not enough. He can be a techie little baller and technician. You got to do more than that, bro. You got to do more than that. Not seeing enough from this guy. Nathan Ake gets man of the match. Great finish. Odegaard shouting at Lokonga. Don't blame him. Not progressive on the ball. Gets on the ball, doesn't pass forward. Scared to lose it. Can't stand them players. We can't have players like that at Arsenal. Progress the ball, man. Be brave. Takes bravery to get on the ball and try and pick a pass. You know? If anything, the one positive, I don't like to say positive, but the one positive, he can turn round to the board, Arteta, and say, look, when Thomas Partey's not on the pitch, we're not good enough in midfield. You got to get me a midfielder. You got to pay the money for Caicedo or whoever else if it's not him. So, City, they do us in the corner. Chance. Alvarez in the area. 2 minutes left. 4 minutes added on. We're 2 minutes in already. This is a blessing, Big C. Relax. Listen, people, you've seen me a lot more irate than this. I'm fairly calm. I'm not going to have a meltdown about this. Still a lot of positives for me for that league game that we can beat them. But it's more some of the individual performances. These squad players, you know, you can still see the squad depth isn't there. Gundogan gets booked. Minute to go, people. Minute to go. It'd be difficult to name a man of the match. I would say Trossard was good in the first half. Second half didn't get the ball, then came off. I think Gabriel and Saliba have done well. How on earth is that a foul? The man's jumped up in the air and fell over. You've given a push. Unbelievable. Bold fraud, this ref. I rated him first half. It's been shocking second half. Maybe he gave us one half each. Sheets of metal. Arteta doesn't want to win this, so oh well. Big up with the support as always, bro. Pep and Arteta on the touchline. That's 8 games against Pep now for Arteta. And one win, I think, which was the Aubameyang one. We got 30... Well, time's actually up. It's a throw into Arsenal. This game's going to be done. Gabriel on the ball. I never understand, right, why when there's like a minute to go, players are still playing the ball backwards like we got time. Akanji's been a rock, by the way. Sambi gets skipped by Bernardo. Bernardo's such a techie baller, man. Head up, Big C. Remember, it's the season to be jolly. Oh, no, Zinchenko. He's been booked already. He clatters him. Ref don't. Oh, luckily he's not getting sent off. He's not happy, is he? Shouting at his players. Winning mentality. He's not happy with this. I'm telling you now, this needs to be a wake-up call for Arteta and this board. Some of these players aren't good enough, people. I'm sorry. I'm saying as it is. Some people go, oh, it's an agenda or it's too harsh. Some of these players aren't good enough. We're trying to upgrade the level, bro. Are we trying to Man City have won the game. Full-time whistle goes. Pep and Arteta shake hands. Disappointing performance second half. Like I said, not the end of the world. I find it very difficult to have any kind of optimism when Arsenal lose a game of football. And because that's just my mentality. I look at that Man City performance tonight and think we could have beaten them tonight. However, it's less games and, you know, we can't afford certain players to get injured, and that needs to push this board to go and sign a midfielder. Ultimately, the FA Cup is not where our performance lies this season. A lot of these squad players are not there. Listen, I think there are positives out of that, because I think we can beat this Manchester City team in the league at home when we're at full whack. I thought Trossard was a major positive. I thought Gabriel and Saliba did well. Holding was loose, but at least we didn't concede with him on the pitch. Tomiyasu, 90 minutes is brilliant for him. Thought Matt Turner was a real positive. I'm going to shout out Matt Turner because that's a player that I was very critical of when he first came to the club. He looks like a solid second choice keeper for us now. So I think Turner and Trossard were the bright spots for us in this game, really. And like I said, I'm not shouting, I'm not ranting and raving. It's not Arsenal therapy tomorrow or nothing like that. I hate losing. I would have liked to have beaten them. I really would. But again, do we have the squad to deal with 3 competitions? Maybe not. They're bringing on Laporte, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, and Julian Alvarez. We're bringing on Sambi Lokonga. And that, unfortunately, is the difference. We need to keep our first 11 fit. Lord Panda, Ayo, I just saw Odegaard scream at Lokonga for not positioning properly. You just know Lokonga is finished. But anyway, we didn't play that bad. You can see, I've seen all these things in dressing rooms before and on the pitch. They don't trust Sambi Lokonga. Odegaard's his captain. He understands Xhaka and Partey. That midfield, they're all on the same wavelength. They know what's what. Sambi comes on and it's disjointed. Now, Sambi came on and wasn't actually terrible. It's not like he gave the ball away 5 times or he was awful. He got caught once or twice. But he doesn't impact the game. He doesn't give us anything. You know, he's not positively bouncing around, winning the ball back, or when he gets on the ball, it's like he's afraid to play forward. He's just not the answer. It might not be his fault, but the club need to move on and the club need to strengthen in that area, you know. Sheets of Metal said, congratulations to Man City. Please beat Man United. Yeah, we don't want United winning the FA Cup, that is for sure. Zach, thank you for the super chat as well, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm fuming. This was sabotage from the manager tonight. Do we want to win trophies or not? We are not guaranteed trophies at the end of the season. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because should he have gone full strength? Was he right to rotate? I don't actually... The rotation was not the major problem for me. I thought it was the reaction. I thought you could tell 10 minutes into that second half that we'd lost control of that game, that City were in the ascendancy. And you saw Pep Guardiola, 11 minutes into that second half, double substitution. Don't like what I'm seeing, Alvarez and Kyle Walker. With Arteta, I'm like, do the same. Get Odegaard on. You know, bring Zinchenko on. He waits until they score and then he makes the substitution. Then we're chasing the game and we couldn't claw it back. And we hardly had a chance in that second half. Let's be honest, the goalkeepers hardly had to do anything in the second half. Sour taste, but we move. Thanks, Curtis and the fam. And listen, for any Arsenal fan tuned in, and you know me, I'm the first one to have a meltdown and criticise the club and the manager if I feel it's wrong. I'm disappointed that we've lost a game of football against a team that is our rival in the Premier League, and I think it was a chance for us to get a psychological edge over them. However, I'm trying to look at the bigger picture, and I just think that Premier League and that Europa League is our priority. I still think Arteta will think, okay, that Manchester City team from Rodri, they're probably only 2 or 3 players away from their full team there, City. Maybe Ederson, maybe Diaz, and maybe Kyle Walker, and we didn't look that uncomfortable against them. So he's going to have to cling to the positives. Thomas Partey, from what we hear, it wasn't an injury. He just came off. He sat on the bench. There's no problem. Matt Turner proving that he can be a good goalkeeper for us in the Europa League. Some of our players weren't at it today, which was a bit strange. I thought Saka was quiet. Was he tired? Did they just do a good job on him defensively? Fabio Vieira, for me, was a big disappointment. Probably one of the biggest disappointments of that game for me, because I can't work out whether, again, he got a 5-year contract, so I doubt the club are just going to get rid of him in his first season, of course, but we need to see a lot more from him than what we're seeing. He hardly gets on the ball. You're a creative midfielder. You need to be brave and get on the ball and try and make things happen, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing the bravery. I'm not seeing him try. A friend of mine goes to Man United and he's always talking about Bruno, and he loses the ball a lot, but he's just at least he tries to make things happen. Vieira, for me, needs to get on the ball a lot more. Big disappointment for me, Fabio Vieira. I realise we're playing against the best team outside of us this season in the Premier League, but I need to see more from him. I really do. Sambi is just Sambi, unfortunately. He's not good enough, and like I said, it's not even Sambi's fault anymore. We can all see he's not good enough. It's down to the club to deal with it. If they get a midfielder or 2 in the next week, maybe you get rid of him, or you get rid of him in the summer. We've known for a while that Sambi is not good enough. He's in his 2nd season. What more do you want us to do? What more does the manager need to see from Sambi before he realises he's not that guy? We can all see he's not that guy. So are we going to keep playing him and blaming him? It's not his fault. He needs to be moved on now. You certainly don't play him against Manchester City. Save him for another game. TMB said Sambi plus El Neni equals General Partey. Seen Odegaard screaming at Lokonga to press. Maybe he got tired. When players are at it and they're brave, they go and press the ball. They want to win the ball back and make something happen. When they lack confidence, they sit back and watch the game in front of them. I mean, they're showing you on this goal here. Sambi, he's doing nothing. He's doing absolutely... Now, I'm just looking at this goal. I suppose that because Saka and Tomiyasu, Sambi could come across and cut that danger out. But Saka's gone 2-on-1 with him. Xhaka and Sambi, really, one of them should... In fact, it's Saliba and Lokonga in that right-hand channel. One of them really should have got tighter to him, but it's more Sambi because Saliba's trying to block the cross. It's a poor goal to concede either way. Really poor goal to concede, man. People saying it's Saliba. Trossard was very good. Since we won the FA Cup 3 years ago, we've not made it past the 4th round once. For us, especially in this cup, it's mad. We best win the league now. I think the thing is, if we are going to... Look, let's be constructive with it. We've lost a game, so I can't come on here and say, oh, it's great, we've lost. No, it's not. We've lost. We should be disappointed, but we have to cling to the positives. What is disappointing is ultimately we're in 3 competitions now. We know the Premier League is going to be very difficult to win. We have a chance of winning it, but it's very difficult. Should we be just throwing away cup competitions? Because you don't get many opportunities to win trophies. And to just turn up here, take off our best midfielder and stuff like that, I don't know. There's questions that you can ask about it. I suppose there's no point really going into great detail about it because it's gone now. It's gone. But a great point. Not past the 4th round in 3 years. Elliot said nothing to be down about. Focus on the league. Everton next week. That's my focus already. Everton next week away from home, which will be a tougher game now. Sean Dyche is their manager. Big up, Elliot. Rully said Arteta main goal is the Premier League. The cup matches are a bonus, says Rully. Appreciate that. Vegas Gunner, at least City has to play extra games. Maybe we shouldn't have paid the extra 5 mil for Douglas Luiz. At least he would have been capable as a backup. Yeah, I hear you. I hear all of you on that. I thought second half we were disappointing. We didn't create enough. This team now has to lift themselves up. We don't play until next weekend against Everton. I think we've got 8 or 9 days before we play against Everton next weekend. Manchester City have got to go to Tottenham on Thursday night. I mean, I would say tough game, but is it a tough game? You would think it would be a tougher game due to the fact that it's away from home. Conte will have a point to prove. So, for me, as a roundup, I'm disappointed we've lost the game because, you know, Zinchenko was trying to have it with Gundogan, you know. Zinny was trying to have a little scrap with Gundogan. The man's fuming. These City players having to grab him. In the end, he's all smiles. He gives his shirt to Kyle Walker. He's fuming. And do you know what it is? I'm telling you, these man, I like seeing that, by the way. I like seeing this. Because Zinny's saying, yo, bro, you man shouldn't just accept losing this game. Because Man City are not playing that well and we can beat them. And you man are not up for this. Some of these squad players, they're too happy to just be at Arsenal, I'm afraid. I've said it many times about Rob Holding. Smiling, laughing and joking in the documentary. Oh, you know, I know my role. Sometimes I come on for 5 minutes. Well, don't you want to play 90 minutes? Fabio Vieira looks like a rabbit in the headlights. He looks like a rabbit in the headlights in this Premier League at the moment. Can he turn it around? Yeah, but at the moment, he looks shell-shocked, like he can't believe what is going off in this league and how quick and physical it is. And as we said, Sambi for me is just not it. You got to move him on. Sheets of metal, we've got Jakub Kivior at 6'2", DM centre-back. Centre-back, I don't mind. I'm not trying to have a patched-up DM playing. I want a specialist. People are saying that Lokonga went straight down the tunnel. I don't want to hammer him because I didn't see it. But if that is true, then you know my opinions on that. Them fans, 7,000 fans, travel to Manchester on a Friday night when trains are very difficult and you walk down the tunnel. I don't know if it's true, so I'm not going to hammer him. If it is true, then yeah. Listen, you know my opinion. You know my opinion. I've got no time for that. Even me as a player at the level I played, I was always respectful enough to clap the fans. Yeah, it's all over Twitter. Lokonga went straight down the tunnel after the game. I think he's finished at Arsenal. I'll be surprised if he plays for Arsenal again. He's clearly going through it as a player, struggling with his confidence. There's no excuse for that. I'm sorry, there's no excuse. You're not a big boy either. It's not like you're a massive player and you're so angry with the performance of your teammates that you've stormed off. You're part of the reason that we lost. So, get him out. What's the point putting up with his bad attitude? He's not even a good player. Get rid of him. Sell him to Monaco. Play Zinchenko midfield as well if you have to. Get rid of him. Get rid of him quick. But yeah. No, man, I don't like that. I really don't. David saying calm down. No, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. The fans have shown their support. 7,000 fans on a Friday night in winter. All the way to Manchester, and that guy's walking down the tunnel. What for? You didn't play well. Go and applaud the fans. Arteta showed the board he's working with soggy Belgian waffles in midfield. Lokonga just going through the motions, collecting a check. The only thing is the board will say, well, you bought him. You know, that's the only thing, though. You know, all right, he might be soggy Belgian waffles, but you bought them soggy Belgian waffles. So that's what they might tell. You told me it was Yaya Toure, Mikel. He don't look like it, but Bam Bam Flintstones, first half Vieira had a job man marking Rodri. That's why both teams weren't flowing. KDB and Rodri anonymous. Game change with Sambi, not even Bob Holding. Yeah, Holding, you know, he kept him quiet. He just wanted to have a wrestling match. But Sambi for me, I mean, listen, Granit did worse than what Sambi's done tonight, right? I've seen Mesut Ozil walk off down the tunnel after games and fans were still celebrating him. So I'm not saying that all of a sudden we should just abuse Sambi Lokonga. He's frustrated, he's unhappy with his performance and lack of game time. However, the situation that he's in at the moment, he needs the fans. He needs the fans to try and get behind him. He needs to show us his personality and that he wants to fight and that he's trying to turn this around. Walking down the tunnel and feeling sorry for yourself is not the way to do it. So it is what it is. I think Trossard would have played 90 minutes if he was fully fit. Big up, Brian. I agree with you on that. Let me get Cruz on here. Give me a little roundup. Yes, give me your roundup then. Man's got you got your Fortnite pajamas on, you.
Sorry?
How are you feeling about the game? I'm not having head loss, but never nice to lose. But what do you reckon?
I think we deserve to win.
Do you reckon? We did all right. We didn't. I don't think we created enough.
I think we needed to finish our chances a bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about playing the weaker team? Would you have gone full strength, or would you think?
I would have gone full strength.
Would you?
You just gotta win the game. Put Pep down and get Pep scared.
Yeah, for the league game. But you know what? The positive, I think we can beat them in the league.
Yeah.
Can beat them in the league. But what do you think about Sambi, man? That hesitation tells me everything.
He just needs to. I think he needs to leave.
Yeah, not levels, is he?
Nah.
Not levels, man.
I would put him on loan to a lower team.
Lower team. Caicedo, what do you reckon about him?
I'd take him. It's a bit like, I don't care if they spend 80 million.
Do you know what I mean? They don't care when we're buying all the kits too. You know what I mean? Spend the 80 mil.
I don't care how much they spend.
Get him in, man.
Get him in.
Get him in. All the best, bro.
See.
Gareth, thank you for the super chat. Sambi ain't a CDM. He's a box-to-box. Hasn't played in his position ever. Similar to how Xhaka hasn't played in his natural position. Got he is. I mean, bro. Nah. Even that, I can't give him that anymore. People have said this to me loads of times. Oh, he's not a 6, he's an 8. I've seen him play 8 in Europa League. It don't get much better from him. So he played with El Neni against Oxford. And El Neni was the DM and Sambi played advanced. And Sambi got dragged after 60 minutes against the League One team that I've played against. So, nah, man. He's done, bro. He's done. Anthony, shout out little man Cruz, CS9. Big up yourself. Tell him, Cruz. Yeah, man, appreciate that. Big up. Even Cruz doesn't rate Bambi. You know, listen, you know. Kids are honest, innit? They say what they see. And Sambi ain't it, unfortunately. But big up, Cruz. Good decision to loan Sambi to the lower league. Not loan to Monaco. Sambi will get physical like Patino. Man said, "Sue." Such an articulate Donny. Credit to you, Curtis, bro. Appreciate that. Big him up. Big him up. He talks well. Man of the match tonight, people. Quickly before we round up, who would you give man of the match to tonight? For me, Turner, Trossard, or one of the two centre-backs, maybe Gabriel Saliba. I kind of want to give it to Turner, you know. I think Turner's come a long way in a short period of time. Trossard came off after 60, so I think I'm going Matty Turner, you know. I think I'm going Matty Turner. Trossard was brilliant first half. Second half, he didn't really get the ball. I'm going to go Matty Turner. I thought he was solid. Couldn't do anything about the goal. Collected his crosses. Swept up a number of times when I thought we was in trouble. I thought Matt Turner did really well tonight. Tommy Asu did well. Man said I give it to Bambi. Maybe Man City fans. Big C Caicedo has left Brighton. Nah, I haven't read anything about that. Let me just check Twitter and make sure. That would be nice for us, a little Caicedo celebration, but nah. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Oh. Here we go. We got a tweet from Fabrizio. Right. Let me try and lift your spirits. Let's try and let me share the screen here. Right. Caicedo has said, after Arsenal's 60 million bid, Caicedo has said, I am grateful to Brighton. I am proud to be able to bring in a record transfer fee for Brighton, which would allow them to reinvest it and help the club. I hope the fans can understand why I want to take up this magnificent opportunity. Welcome to Arsenal, Moises Caicedo. It's not so bad after all, people. Moises, you beast. Breaking news, people. Don't go anywhere. Do you know when I first started reading that, when he was like, I am grateful to Brighton, I'm proud to be able, I'm like, no, he's going to say I'm proud to be a Brighton player. Man said, I am proud to be able to bring in a record transfer fee for Brighton. Suey! Come on, man. Listen, this is N'Golo Kante part 2, people. It's happening. It's got to be happening. Man said, bro, I'm out of here. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, man. Whoa! Caicedo to the carpet. It looks like he's on the way, people. I love that comment. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Man said, welcome to Chelsea. Chelsea probably jump in and offer about 100 million for him now. Let me retweet that. I need to cheer the fans up, man. We're all down in the dumps right now. Let me retweet. I love that. Caicedo publicly speaking out when they play Liverpool this weekend. I bet their manager is fuming about that, by the way. Beautiful. Caicedo, get him in. And that comment, along with that offer and that performance tonight, surely pushes him to the club now. Let the party begin. We're staying up late tonight. I'm telling you, it's not all bad, people. It's not all bad. I know City won the battle, but we'll win the war. That's what we need to do. Sheets of Metal says, bring it on. Come on, you Gunners. What are your thoughts, people? Breaking news. Caicedo publicly stating that he wants to leave Brighton. He is even speaking directly about Arsenal as well. Sheets of Metal said, Man United fans are celebrating the loss. Makes me want City to win the FA Cup. Big up, Big Steven. City. Yeah, City, man. Go and win that FA Cup. Go and slap up United in it. Who cares about the FA Cup, said Rishikesh, sorry. Thank you for your super chat. Big up everyone who's contributed. What do you make of this, people? Caicedo wants to leave the club. He's posted something on the gram, apparently, people saying. Is it the same thing? Lokonga, man. No more Lokonga. We can't... Listen, I'm done. I can't even watch Lokonga anymore. Right, what is Caicedo saying on the gram? Caicedo. What's he said? I can't see anything. 12 minutes ago. Oh my days. He's going in. I'm going to try and find the quote. He's wrote a long statement. Oh my days. I love this. The man is pushing for the move so much. I'm going to try and find this. He's wrote a long post. Wow. Here we go. I'm going to read this out to you as well. Why does this thing keep coming on? No goals tonight, people. No goals. Right, let me stop the share screen. He's wrote some long article out as well. Right, he has said, I am grateful to Mr. Bloom and... Mr. Bloom, ain't that a cartoon on CBeebies? I'm grateful to Mr. Bloom and Brighton for giving me the chance to come to the Premier League, and I feel I have always done my best for them. I always play football with a smile and with heart. I am the youngest of 10 siblings from a poor upbringing in Santo Domingo in Ecuador. I think he's wrote more than that. I think there's more than that. Let me scroll down. All right, here we go. He says, my dream always to be the most decorated player in the history of Ecuador. I am proud to be able to bring in a record transfer fee for Brighton, which would allow them to reinvest and help the club continue to be successful. And the final bit, he said, the fans have taken me into their hearts and they will always be in my heart. So I hope they can understand why I want to take up this magnificent opportunity. Man is pulling at the heartstrings. And I told you, people, I told you this was not a normal deal. This guy has got 10 brothers and sisters. He grew up mad poor, people. Like mad. I read his story today. The way he's talking is like he's leaving. It doesn't sound like he's pleading with them. It sounds like he's explaining why he's going to leave the club. I think we're getting him, right? I don't want to start, capping, but I think we're getting him. I think Caicedo is on his way to the carpet, and that's a big positive. On a night where we're disappointed, of course, with not winning the game. But I think Caicedo's on his way. Man is writing out long statement. He never acted like this when Chelsea turned up, did he? You know what I'm saying? But for Arsenal, man's writing out heartfelt stories to let him get out of there, man. Our knock is different, man. Didn't Raul say our knock is different? Our knock is different, people. Man is saying, let me leave. I've done my thing. Get the deal done. Hopefully it drives the price down a little bit as well because the player's pushing for the move, Very interesting. No wonder Sambi stormed straight down the tunnel. The whole team probably knew the Caicedo transfer request was loaded. 100%. He might know. It's a sympathy 45 minutes for Lokonga. Big up F94, man, but still. Sambi's had his chance. If you get 18 months at a top club like Arsenal and you don't take it, you can't complain, bro. You've had your opportunity. You've blown it. Curtis, bro, he earns 15k a week. What do you mean, bro? His family are fine. But let me put it into context, bro. 15 grand is a lot of money to us, of course. He's got 10 brothers and sisters, plus mum, dad, whoever. 15 grand, you get 40% tax in England, right? So he's probably taking home 8 grand a week. If you've got 12 to 15 people to feed, plus you're a Prem baller, you want to live that life a little bit, taking home 8 grand a week, that ain't gonna, they can't all live mad luxury on 8 grand a week. He can come to Arsenal, get 100 grand a week. That's life changing. Plus, Arsenal, Brighton, we're a giant compared to Brighton. So he wants out, man. He wants out. He knows, man. Mudryk 2.0, yeah, don't let them come in. Come on, it's the agents forcing it, but bring him still. Shameless settings. If money is his motivation, he will go to Chelsea. Yeah, but Chelsea made an offer for him last week. He never acted like this. Arsenal have made the offer, and the man's going crazy. So here's what it is. Caicedo to the carpet. Listen, I'm just quickly going to round up before we get out of here. We've lost 1-0 to Manchester City. Always disappointed to lose a game of football, 100%. But we got to look at the positives. Squad players have not really shown up tonight when you look at it. But I think the positives are less games. Manchester City have more games. And I think that's a wake-up call to the board that the manager needs that midfielder. And it looks like Caicedo is there to be got, people. So let's hope we get this one done. He'll be a big signing for us. He really will. And when you're looking at Sambi and El Neni, the drop-off is too big. Usman said, being real, aren't you worried about Todd Bowley outbidding us? Yeah, of course. What motivates me with it? Number one, UEFA have just banned the 8-year contracts, what Todd Bowley is using to get around financial fair play. Second of all, the player never acted like this when Chelsea made the offer, which tells me he probably wants to join Arsenal more than Chelsea. So that's what's giving me the positive feeling. Sheets of Metal said, please, Caicedo, block every Chelsea on social media. I'm telling you, man. He wants Arsenal. He wants Arsenal. The money's with it, of course. Oh my days, he's pinned a picture of him playing at the Emirates on his eye. No, he's I don't want to get carried away with this because Mudryk did the same, They're just going to turn into Destiny's Child. Yeah, he's pinning pictures at the Emirates, man. He better not start. He better not be Kelly Rowland because Mudryk was very much moving like Beyonce. This could be Kelly Rowland. Moises Caicedo, Emirates Stadium. He's pinned a picture of him playing at the Emirates against Arsenal on his IG. I'm not going down this route again. I'm not falling for this. Yeah, I fell for this with Mudryk, and we all know how that ended. So I'm not getting caught up. The twerking means very little, but listen, I'm sure we'll have more to speak about it tomorrow. Caicedo, desperate to join Arsenal. But anyway, let's move on. Arsenal lose to Man City. Disappointed to lose, but at least less games. And hopefully, because of some of the squad players not performing, it forces us to go into the market and get that midfielder. Caicedo has written a statement pleading with Brighton and the fans to let him join Arsenal. Let's hope Edu spark up that barbecue and get the deal done. Get him to the carpet. Before we leave, people, make sure you come and join me on the Clips channel. Curtis Shaw Clips is now live, people. We're already at 330 subscribers. We're going to have daily clips on there, 3 or 4 a day. We'll start on TikTok next week as well. Jump on there. The link is pinned in the chat. If not, just type in Curtis Shaw Clips on YouTube. It would be much appreciated if you could subscribe on there, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will round up this game probably tomorrow. Player ratings, I'll just skip through it, to be honest, but we'll be more talking about Caicedo. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We want to hit 60k by Tuesday night at the end of the transfer window. Caicedo on his way to the carpet, but Arsenal were out the FA Cup. I never wanted the FA Cup anyway, people. Bless.